episode, what, 16? This is 16, right? I think it's 16. Episode 16. If it's 15, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure it's episode 6. Episode 16. We got Keiden here. My boy Keiden. He was my friend before he was Jinsei's friend. Believe it or not, I went back in time, changed history. Say what's up, Keiden.
What's up, y'all? It's an honor to be on with y'all, man. I'm a fan. Y'all the homies. It's great to be here. Good talking with y'all. Been a fan since like episode 6 or 7. So I'm glad to be the first guest of this podcast. It's an honor. Appreciate both of y'all.
Ain't the first nigga.
Yeah, he's the first. Christian don't fucking count.
all right, bad.
Oh, word? There was somebody before me?
Something like that. It didn't even fucking count because the sound was all fucked up for that episode, and that was like it was all echoey and shit, and you could hear all fucking day long because whatever. We ain't gonna get into that shit. But yeah, episode 16, we got Keiden here. Like, it's the homie Keiden, just known him forever. And
how many years?
A lot. Like, I think Jinsei's known him since they were like
middle school.
Sperm?
13?
20 years.
13?
Yeah, they were sperm cells and they met each other.
Me and my nigga knew each other since we was in the clouds. You feel me? Before the storks drops us off or whatever the fuck his parents told us.
But his daddy was cheating.
No, me and Jensei go back to back to the MSN group days, bro. That's how far we go.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't even.
Were you like you doing? He Jensei always he says that he was role playing like through the forum. Was you role playing and shit too?
I was doing it too, man, with the Zoids thing. Yeah, man, me and him both, bro. It was cool. It was an adventure, but we made the most out of it.
When you were role playing as a Zoid, did you ever invite some chick to Keiden HQ and then ask her to get naked over in the corner so that y'all could role play together?
See, I heard y'all talk about this last time, and I have my side of the story to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that shit. Standard fare this time. We got anime. I was actually pretty happy this week with the lineup, especially the the Jujutsu Kaisen, fucking starting that battle shit. Hell yeah!
I forget because we record so weirdly in between because that episode drops on Friday, but we record up on Thursday. We didn't even talk about Jujutsu Kaisen last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't. It was weird timing. But yeah, we got that shit. Do either of you have any like extra shit to talk about?
I do want to talk about. I don't know if you guys know what's been going on. Apparently, like the whole stock market of GameStop is going out of whack.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to yell at you because I know you're gonna have some trash takes on that. What about you, Jinsei? You got anything interesting going on?
I'm basically here to fucking interview Keiden in a sense. Like I'm gonna hit him with all the fucking questions that there is to hit him.
When you gonna get some more questions from your women friends?
I do this like, first of all, shut up. I do this like let's say because of me having COVID and me like chilling and like not, talking to anybody outside of y'all. I just haven't talked to anybody. So once I get back to work and I get back to my social shit, then I'll see what's up.
All right. By the way, I'll mention this at the top. I know I kind of I already said that I don't like when people mention shit like this at the top of an episode, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it just this one time. If you enjoy hearing us talk, especially me, fucking hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell because apparently you gotta fucking subscribe twice to get notification. What the fuck is up with that? Like, why did YouTube decide that was a good idea? Like, you gotta subscribe to these niggas and you gotta hit this bell. Otherwise, your subscription is fucking pointless. Like, what the fuck? What a stupid ass system.
Do you want me to explain why there's two systems?
No, because I'm not gonna believe whatever you say. Go ahead.
Go ahead and explain it, Steve.
So back in the day, YouTube used to be all cool and everything. when they handed YouTube over Google, like they messed it all up. YouTube original owners had it all running smoothly, and then after like they tried messing with the code and everything, they broke the website pretty much in theory, and the subscribe button would not work at all. People were subscribing, but weren't getting any followers to their YouTube channel. So the whole new thing was for YouTube to implement this whole new thing, like the bell icon, so that way always make sure, like even though the first one may or may not work, always got that bell notification to make subscribe to that. So basically, Google messed it all up.
Huh? So, wait, I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
So the YouTube's code broke, and they couldn't fix the original subscribe button. It's all jacked up. So like they were like, you guys aren't getting all the videos that we want to send out to the audiences, whatever. So make up for the subscribe button not working, they had to bell notification.
But that's just like simple coding. What, one of the most profitable companies in the entire fucking world? What do you mean? That's just a meaningless statement. Like, they could hire somebody fresh out of fucking high school who just took an HTML class to fix that shit. It doesn't take, like, Jinsei could probably take like a 20-minute online class and learn how to do that shit. And yes, I'm using Jinsei as the baseline because, even a caveman can do it. This nigga, fucking bone through his nose and shit.
It's okay. I can't wait to reveal this development in the podcast and our.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In our community, like what they're doing. I like what they're doing. They're telling me. They're just telling me on the side.
Okay. Bitch ass nigga. Okay. Yeah, that don't make no damn sense. Like, they messed up the code. Like, so what? They have more than enough people, more than enough fucking money to fix something small like that. Like, that's what I don't know if what you said is true, but if it is true, it's fucking stupid.
Another reason is because YouTube, people at YouTube about their website.
Well, why the fuck do they like ban people that? Shut up, Steve. You know what you're talking about. All right, so, but yeah, as I was saying, the best and cheapest form of advertisement is word of mouth. If y'all who enjoy our conversations and bullshittery, tell a friend. Tell two friends. Tell your mom. Your mom will probably enjoy me. More than likely, she'll enjoy me. More than likely. But yeah, no, it came out just right.
Let me find out your mama got a fat ass, because I'm gonna be your stepdaddy.
But all right, let's what are we doing first? We're doing anime. We talking to Keiden. What are we doing first?
You know what? Let's talk to Keiden.
What's up?
Keiden the man.
How you been, Keiden? How's life?
Life is good, man. Well, besides the pandemic, life is cool. Just staying at home for most of the time, working from home. Doing all my hobbies and stuff at home. So yeah, all is good, relatively speaking.
Yeah, that shit cute. Fuck that. Hey, tell these motherfuckers how we first met.
Oh, that's true. The story. Okay, yeah. Since I guess we're starting there. So yeah, like I said, I've known Jinsei since middle school. We'll say what 2000, 2001. So going back almost 20 years. We met. It was actually it's low key. It was low key on some anime stuff, right? Like low key. So Brandon had a group of friends, right? And I had a group of friends that somewhat rolled in the same circles, but not really. Like we knew of each other, but we didn't really know each other. Right. And I knew Brandon played basketball. By the way, if you didn't notice, Brandon, he was a little chubby. He was a chubby kid in middle school. He had a little chub. So like so this chubby dude and his friends, see me and my friends on the court.
Alan and Jeremy. Me, Alan and Jeremy. Nigga, get the numbers correct too, because it was like 6 of y'all. Go ahead.
It was me, Dylan, and Jose. Jose, of course, Kyle, it's Kai. He was there. It was just three. No, Victor was there too, right?
It was like 6 of you motherfuckers, bro. It was everybody who hung out. Y'all was just on that one court by yourself.
Yeah. But y'all rolled. You got the audacity to roll up and challenge us, to a game. Your squad and my squad. So like on some anime stuff, it was like me and my crew versus Jensei and his crew. We squared off, and then we get on the court, we balling, and ran over there calling BS fouls and BS this and BS that. I'm calling BS stuff, because we try to win, And I already looking at this dude like, man, this little chubby kid think he better than me, man. I was fast. I was fast in middle school. I was a skinny little kid in middle school, so I was fast.
This motherfucker talking about little chubby dude like I wasn't still taller than him. What the fuck is wrong with him?
You were you were taller than me. Fine, you were. But
chubby, but little chubby dude. Let him tell the story. Come on.
Go ahead.
So then we finished the court, and I don't even think it was really clear who really won. I think both of our heads.
No. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Y'all kicked our asses 2 games. 2 games. Okay. You gotta remember that was like the spring recess shit where we had like a 2-hour lunch or whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Y'all kicked our asses for 2 hours.
I want to say that either Jose or Victor went off on one of them games, one of them two. And Jose was weird because he played basketball in jeans. I still don't understand how that man did. But yeah. So yeah, I guess we did. I guess we did win both games. But y'all didn't even come close to winning one? 100?
Bro, I don't even remember. Like for real. I just know.
I remember. I was gonna say I remember like a lot of arguing about like how we won, I guess, or like whether what we did wasn't fair or something. There was a lot of that.
No, it was the fact that it was 6 of you motherfuckers and it was 3 of us. But again,
okay, so that's
stupid kid shit. I made the challenge. That was the parameters of the challenge.
Yeah, exactly. So then, after all that, the dust settles a little bit, and we hanging out in middle school. We just, somehow me and Brandon, we realized besides basketball, we got mutual interest in obviously video games and anime and things like that. Pokemon. And then, bro, this was back. Man, you remember this, Jensei, when people was doing the Beyblade stuff, right?
Nigga.
And using the lunch cartons, man.
Yeah,
I didn't personally get into it. Jensei had a couple of Beyblade stuff. I was watching, but like I seen him doing that stuff, and I was like, "Oh, you into this stuff too?" That's kind of how we kind of got like, "Oh, you into anime? You into video games?" And then like, from there, our circle of friends, both of our crew, kind of like merged a little bit. We just started hanging out from then on.
I remember it as me leaving them niggas behind and going and being with y'all like-minded fellows.
Just like, they got 6 now. You got 7. Niggas are gonna win basketball.
like on some real shit. I don't think Alan and Jeremy might have stuck around for a little bit, but I know
Jeremy did. Jeremy was
doing Alan too. Yeah, I know Alan wasn't into all that shit with us. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was like, I'm with these niggas. Seeing these niggas like the next week at lunch at the tree, big ass tree.
At the tree,
I was like, oh, shit. And they was like, oh, this that nigga we hate. Like,
yeah, basically, like you rolled up, and I was like, what? Like, oh, and then like the basically the breaking ground was, oh, you mess with all this stuff too? Like, oh, for sure. And Jensei was just like, oh, I mess with it. You mess with it. I guess we don't hate you that much anymore. And
now with best friend, right, Kyle?
I'm sitting here picturing like you challenging like the double the amount of people that you have, like in the back of your head, the fucking like Naruto music playing. Each of us is 2 of them. We got this.
Because the fact of the matter is, it was like 3 of them that played basketball, and it was like 3 of them that was there because their homies was.
Yeah, Dylan didn't really play basketball. He was just there.
You didn't know nothing about basketball back then, though. Like passing the ball is actually a helpful thing. Moving the ball around will help more than like just have one extra nigga there. So like move the ball, somebody goes to guard him. That person that he was just guarding is now open. He passed the ball back.
Now you figure they got 3 liabilities where they don't know how to do shit. They're gonna double dribble all the time, shit like that. You don't even need to guard those people.
Yeah.
Like there's such thing, but at the same time we were fucking kids. Like we didn't really know what the fuck we were doing. We just all thought we were Kobe. We all thought we were Michael Jordan. That's all that shit was.
Basically.
There's no way that these guys will ever be able to match my speed.
This is fact.
Activate.
I didn't care about nothing. All he cared about was nobody could beat him in a race, a foot race.
That was my thing back then because I was coming off like, but just to show, we was in middle school, right? So I'm coming off elementary school where, it's a smaller thing, and I'm the fastest dude in elementary school. So I was like, ain't nobody gonna ever be faster than me in my head, right? So I come to middle school just thinking the same thing, and that wasn't the case. I was still one of the fastest people, but I wasn't the fastest. You remember, what's his name? 2 people kept me up at night in terms of speed. Freaking Dwight Tanaka, I still remember his name. He was freaking, and he was good at basketball too. He was fast. And then that one dude who doesn't even seem that athletic, but he was just fast for no reason. That one black dude, I can't remember his name.
His name was like
Diamond.
Was it Diamond? Like, cause he was kind of sus back then. Like,
yes, that's him, Diamond. It was Diamond.
Or he used to be first. Yeah, it was Damone, and he used to be first up in the mile every time.
Every time, yes. Like, I didn't understand how.
You say sus, you mean like trench coat in an automatic weapon sus, or?
Yeah, like if you was a boy walking in front of him with your pants sagging, he was looking at you. Like,
okay.
Right.
Like if I was in front of him, he was behind me, he'd be like Ahsoka.
Oh man.
Love me a BBW. I'm a man.
Yeah. I don't understand why he was so fast. Like, so yeah. But other than that, yeah, like Sensei's right. I was always just trying to beat people in foot races because I always thought I was the fastest dude.
Did you remember Dwight's full name? Like,
I remember his name.
You said he kept me up at night by running. That's how simple the times were.
Hey, that song, man, it was
straight
simple.
Up. Because you remember that game we used to play in middle school? When it was rainy day, we'd be in the gym. That like roller derby thing. We had to like one group of people run, and they had to catch the other group. We run around the gym. You remember that game?
Yeah.
That dude Dwight will always. I remember we were on separate teams, and Dwight would just be always smoking, just like. And I'd be in the front of our pack, and he looked like he's jogging, and just like I can never catch this dude. I don't understand.
Wait. You said roller derby, but you guys were running?
Maybe roller derby was a wrong term. My bad.
No, I mean like the power of a kid's imagination. I understand that shit. It's just it's kind of funny.
I think the name had to do something. It was roller something, and I think derby just came out, but I can't remember the name. But yeah,
it's like a common basketball drill. Actually, if anybody watched The Last Dance, you've seen Jordan explaining where after like a 3 and 4 day game schedule, he was like, "We're going to practice. We're doing this drill. Everybody take your fucking time." And then like that one guy being a fucking tryhard and zooming through the shit, forcing you to pick. Oh, Dennis Rodman, forcing you to hurry up and past that. But it's a one person thing. It's not a group thing. So it was like one person up top leading the pack, person from all the way in the back. They have their all the way up front. It was like,
better description. Yeah,
roller derby.
But yeah, that's how I know. That's how I met Jensei. Since you asked, Steven. That's how we go back. I don't know. I can't remember the exact moment I met Kaho, but I know I met you with Holly online. I want to say it was RF online, right?
Yeah, RF.
Yeah,
I don't think it was RF.
It was.
It was.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes, because we met your bitch ass there too. No, because we moved to Ion. We already had like the guild established as we were moving into Ion, basically, and Keiden was there. He was one of the founding members.
Yeah, I remember that. How you not remember, Jensei? Come on.
Yeah, I guess I can say that I figured y'all hung out more in Ion because y'all was around the same level range. Because Keiden was always the one who was like, oh, he was at UC Riverside or he was at school, shit like that. So he was always behind compared to like me and Jared.
Mm-hmm. This was like
Yeah.
this was like when I had gotten a job at fucking Toys R Us. So like I didn't have as much time to play as everybody else did.
How was that, Kaho?
It's a fucking job at Toys R Us. Like, what do you want? Nothing special about it. Like, I put toys on the fucking shelves. I was like 15.
Do they have those labor laws out there where you can only work like 4 hours a day?
Yeah. So basically, I'd get out of school, and then go to the fucking Toys R Us. I'd be able to work a couple hours, and then like I lived right around the fucking corner from the Toys R Us too. It was in a mall, but like normally you would have to walk around this big ass fucking fence, but somebody fucking plowed a motorcycle through it, and there was just this fucking big ass hole, so I could always get home. Like it would normally take about 10 minutes to walk around this big ass fence, across this street, and then back up the street, and then get into my apartment complex. But like I could just go through this hole in the fence, which apparently you weren't supposed to do. I don't understand why. It's just a fucking it's a big ass wooden hole. Like, what's wrong with that? What's dangerous about that? Police said not to do it. I still did it because a cab nigga, and yeah.
Rapscallion.
I broke the law. Fucking Steven gonna turn me in, bitch ass nigga.
I've done work.
Yeah, so one time he ate the crusts on his tuna sandwich.
That's definitely some white people stuff right there.
So you've met everybody. You've been introduced. We know how we've met. Let's get into some anime shit. Like how big of an anime fan are you really?
I'm a big anime fan. I don't know if I go as deep as Steven, and maybe not even as deep as some of y'all, but I mean I know my anime. I'm a knowledgeable anime person. I don't think I watch as much as y'all, but I've probably heard of a lot of the anime that you guys talk about. I just haven't gotten a chance to actually watch all of it. Although, like, I slack on some of them. Like I was telling you earlier a couple of months ago that Jensei, that I because of the pandemic and I had time, I started watching Hunter, right? I got like 65 episodes in. And that anime's been out for like 10 some years, and I just now got around to starting to watch it. So yeah, I mean, there's that. I mean, obviously, I'd heard of Hunter for a long time, but I just didn't get a chance of watching it. But
well, I want to
yeah,
say the other
I know.
one is only like it came out like 2015, maybe 2018 at the latest. Like there's 2010 Hunter x Hunter, but then there's the updated like art style one that you're actually watching, which isn't that old. But your ass still ain't on episode 131 yet?
Nah, I'm only like on for Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
I'm episode, I think 65, 66.
I'm so disappointed. This is my nigga
I
too,
know.
but I'm disappointed.
Oh, you should be, like, you should be. That's I will take blame for that. I should have been watching more. And then like I was between that and God of High School for a minute, and then I told you I lost interest in God of High School. I think they were just rushing it. So, and then of course when Attack on Titan came out, I abandoned everything and just went to Attack on Titan. But then I picked up Jujutsu Kaisen, so I guess.
Don't you only get one episode a week? Like do you only have 24 minutes to spend on anime per month or per week?
No. That's not it.
This is the root of the problem with Keiden. This is just you heard him start it up. Oh yeah, I've been at the house since March of 2020. You feel me? I ain't even left the house yet. Ain't nobody seen me. Ain't nobody seen me at all. I'm telling you, dog, you could be knocking out some shit and be having these fluid conversations with us. Make me talk less.
Right. I mean, I get it.
So,
You want to say something, Steven?
Yes, I have to get something off of my chest. So moving into the direction of anime, I got scarred after watching the Healer.
I knew it.
We're just gonna go all admit, everyone here. I think it's hentai. No questions about it.
It doesn't show anything though. It can't be technically hentai. It's lewd. It's it's not PG-13. That's for damn sure. But it's not.
It's that Keiden will never watch.
You can watch it uncensored.
Keiden, even on the censor, they don't show nothing but nipples. That's it.
No, when like the main protagonist was licking, if he wanted to drop, like when she.
Okay, did you see?
Did you see any body parts?
A little bit.
No, you did not, motherfucker. You know how I know that? Because I watched that shit too. It was illusory. You didn't see anything.
It felt like I did.
Of course it did.
This man was like, "Oh, I've never done this before. What is this?"
My goodness, he put his face between her legs. Oh, I hope my dad doesn't walk in.
Loki, that's hey. When I'm watching that shit, bro, I'd make sure I get up and lock my door. I don't need nobody walking in on me watching this shit.
Wait, hold up. Your door is locked?
Yes, I can lock my own door, Steve.
That's luxury.
That ain't luxury. That's how most people live.
Yeah, this is some shit that Keiden will never watch. First of all, we ain't gonna talk about the blasphemous man getting booty hole tickled by another man. Like Keiden will never fuck with this anime ever.
It was 2 episodes of shit has happened so far, right?
Oh,
out of 3. Yeah.
And probably 3. Shit.
Yeah, it does not sound like something I'll be down for.
It's very vulgar, but it's very explicit, but it's not hentai. Like you don't. The worst thing that you see in this anime is a fucking nipple. That's it. It's got. I mean, the themes are far worse than what you see because like there's rape involved. Hey Steven, you listen. Rape.
Oh my god.
All right, so there's rape involved. There's like I don't know, premarital sex. You know, there's like a lot of kinky shit in there, so you know, beware.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, they need to like pick this up though, because the shit's outside of this. Like, what am I watching this for? I'm not watching it to see this dude get fucked over and over again. It's cool, but like, I need progression. But when he bought the slave and everything, I was like, all right, cool, okay, I can see where this is going.
You know what? I don't care what you guys say. They copied Shield Hero so hard in this. I don't know. Like I just get the vibes coming from.
No. You don't. No. That's a weak ass fucking premise. You said I don't give a fuck what you guys say. They copied Shield Hero, and then your next sentence started with "I don't know." Like you can't you can't make a bold ass statement like that, and then admit to not knowing how or why.
Let me rephrase that. They copied Shield Hero. That's what I'm going to stand for. I don't care about your guys' opinion. They copied Shield Hero like almost paragraph by paragraph because they did the same thing when Nafumi bought Talia. Like it's plain sight they copied it.
Okay, so he bought a slave in this anime.
But the way they described her, like she was already weak, that's the same way that the Shield Hero did it too.
In Shield Hero, she was what was she cursed?
No, she was like sick, like she was.
No, she was cursed. And in this one, she was poisoned, and the entire town was poisoned. Like the premise of or rather the affliction and it's like the reason why it was designated for this character. 2 completely different topics. 2 completely different.
Okay, just saying my perspective here.
Your perspective is fucking stupid, is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't care about you guys' opinion. Then shut the fuck up.
Anyways, Insei?
I was just saying, I don't think there was a hint at all that Naofumi was fucking the rabbit girl. He's definitely gonna fuck this wolf girl.
It's a stupid like. Okay, the main character came off of something bad. Granted, the main character bought a slave. Granted, what else? There are no other interactions between these 2 animes as of this point. Like you're just pulling shit out of your ass. And the only reason why I'm taking this tone with you is because you said I don't care about your guys' opinion. Like why the fuck would you bring this up for discussion if you don't care about anybody's opinion?
Good question.
I know it is, you disrespectful motherfucker.
I hope Kaiden's laughing at y'all. See, I gotta deal with, bruh. I gotta deal with this.
I gotta deal with this.
I am cracking up over here.
I'm just saying, like my little Steven brain got scarred for life after this. That's all I'm saying.
Because you can relate. Because at any given time, a big old black man can definitely grab you by your throat and fuck you in the ass. That's why.
The shit out of you.
That was disturbing.
I'll make this up to you in the morning. I promise, baby.
Oh my god.
That's literally what happened in the episode, man.
It's crazy. Hey, I give it two more episodes. 2 more episodes. We don't pick up 2 episodes. I think I'm gonna drop this one. Redo Healer. I think I'm gonna drop it. I feel the same way. I feel the same. No, well, I feel more strongly about that than with what is it, the main character out in the boonies by the last dungeon. That anime.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel you on that one. Those it's getting boring.
I was sitting here watching it, Brad, and I was just like, I don't know. Taking all this character development, I see it, but I need something. Something needs to happen for real.
Too shallow. Like it is. I guess it is technically character development, but it's shallow as character development. And like I'm tired. I mean, like I don't mind overpowered characters. You know this. You know anybody who has watched more than one episode of this shit knows this. I don't mind overpowered characters, but like when there's like overpowered and then there's comically overpowered, and this is there's overpowered, comically overpowered, and then cartoonishly overpowered. This nigga is cartoonishly overpowered. Like every single thing that he comes against, the smallest amount of effort is exerted in order to defeat whatever the fuck it is. Like I'm gonna flick this gigantic bug away, or I'm gonna bitch slap this demon lord and then rub his face, and then the day is won.
Does he get like random power ups or something like that? It's one of those.
No, he don't even need random power ups. He's just this little Shota bitch boy, and I mean that when I say bitch boy. He's a little Shota bitch boy who is like afraid of everything because he thinks everything is stronger than he is, but then just absolutely overpowers everything and anything. He almost killed a motherfucker on accident. He almost knocked the nigga's head off on accident. Almost. He's like, and like the fucking reasoning that he gives for it is funny the first time, but like it's old now. Like, there's nothing that I can do. I'm so sorry, everyone.
So they're using the same content over and over.
No, it's not what I said. I'm just saying that his reasoning is the same, not the content.
And the premise is this anime in particular is like take an in-game dungeon in a game. So what's the strongest monsters up in fucking Ragnarok Online?
Oh, Bahamut, one of them.
So imagine if you were a person and wherever Bahamut roams around, you were born in the city adjacent to that, right? And that's where you grew up and that's where you trained. So you would be on par with Bahamut, essentially. I think that's essentially what he is. He is as strong as a final boss character, but he doesn't know it because he's like, I grew up in this town and that's just all I know. I don't know where I'm located. So he's just like it's like blissful ignorance throughout the whole entire episode.
He thinks he's level 1, but he's actually a transcended like level 99 elite knight.
Where can like somebody like wake him up to let him know what his potential is, or is that maybe that's going to somehow come down the road in the character development?
Probably, but for now they're just dancing around it, and it's boring. Like they're taking too long to get through. Like it took what 4 episodes to get through this one small arc in order for him to defeat a boss by rubbing a towel on his face.
What?
Yeah.
This is why.
4 episodes to get to that shit.
But the anime is, it is categorized as a comedy. So
maybe expectations.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That is kind of on me for having for having expectations set when it comes to OP characters. Like I just assumed there would be more adversity thrown his way, but there really isn't.
I don't know. I just can't pick this anime up. I tried watching the first couple episodes. I'm gonna try it for the sake of the podcast, but it's like I'm not really feeling it. I know I say this sometimes, but it's like kind of stupid.
Seems like it's getting 3 thumbs down.
It's definitely way to a thumbs down for me. Like I don't even know, like, because the art style ain't that good. The animation is trash. The story hasn't even started yet. And the characters are very two-dimensional, very, very one-dimensional. Shit, not even two-dimensional, just one-dimensional characters. So, yeah, I mean, basically, at this point, I'll give it a try, a couple more episodes at least to see, if it picks up at all. Because, like I said, they just ended the first arc, right? So, we'll see.
Also,
mind you, in the episode, one of the characters is running. And he's like, "Hurry up! I need you to do this so we can finish this arc." Like that's just. It was like something that stuck out to me because it's like, oh yeah, that's right. You watching a comedy anime. It's supposed to be funny.
wait, so the
So,
anime knew an anime?
I guess you would say it broke the what is it,
the fourth wall.
Broke the ice.
but not
Third
really
wall.
because it wasn't. Is it the third wall or is it the fourth wall?
The fourth wall.
Okay.
Just
So
it's usually a third wall because in theater you have three walls in theater. You have stage right, stage left, and then the backdrop. And the fourth wall technically is where the audience is. The actors never or at least they shouldn't acknowledge that there's an audience. But
it's not like he acknowledged, he was saying it to us. He was just saying it to the character that he needed to hurry up and do whatever they needed to do. That's all that was.
When you acknowledge the audience, you acknowledge that you're in a play. So when you acknowledge something like you acknowledge some sort of meta knowledge inside of a TV show, a cartoon, anime, whatever the fuck, then you're breaking the fourth wall because it's information that character should not know. And there's no way for them to ever know it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair.
By the way, speaking of the Boonies, I want to talk to you guys about this other one anime similar. It's called Only Dungeon Only I Can Enter. Have you guys checked that?
We've talked about it in the past couple of episodes, so yes.
So I caught up on it, right? This is pretty much like, I know Kaho is gonna hate me on this because I'm comparing this to Redo Healer. I feel like it's like a mild, like the dungeon only I can enter, like knew that Redo Healer was coming, and they try to like put it up against Healer. And I feel like that's what this anime, like downpour, trying to get off of Healer's.
Why?
The lewdness in it is not quite as bad as Redo Healer. I feel like the whole like the main character needing from like old stuff.
Okay, what about the fact that he can reboost, as you referred to it as, by eating a meal?
Didn't call it LP or everything.
Sure, but this is the terminology that you used. So he can regain LP by eating good food. What about that?
That's a good question. But anyway, like, but he also gets LP from like,
I mean, I don't need to explain it. The character or the character that gave him the power explained it pretty well. It's very different though. Like he's gaining these things through like stimulation, whereas the healer is draining experience from his target. Like he's touching them and give me that EXP. He's taking it from him. He's gonna eat a good meal, or like see a panty shot. You see how these two things are different?
I don't even remember the anime name. Punchline. The whole panty shot shit. Where he like he could destroy the world if he sees a pair of panties or some shit like that.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. So amid all this season, right? I remember when I was like prepping and watching everything and shit, and going on go anime to go watch some anime. And I guess I misclicked something, right? And I clicked the anime that I didn't even really look at. But so I'm watching it, right? And it's about this kid who plays a game that's kind of like Super Smash Brothers, and he's ranked number 1. And that's like his dedication in life, just to play that game, right? Then he meets the number 2 player, goes to school with her. So she's trying to teach him how to be like cute and shit, right? So it's like some slice of life nonsense, right? But I'm watching it and it's going into it, and it's just I'm thinking like, oh, he's about to fucking like die and go into this game world or whatever the fuck, right? Because I didn't know what I clicked. And I sat there and I watched the whole fucking episode, yo. And the shit ended with him like being taught how to smile. So I looked this shit up and I'm like, this is a romance. And what the fuck did I sit here for 24 minutes for? Bro, I was so defeated. I was so defeated, dog.
I watched maybe 10 minutes of that and then I turned it off.
I guess it was a Smash Bros. Lookalike game that like got me.
Yeah. That's so I thought it was gonna be about gaming. I thought it was gonna be something funny, but yeah, just fucking romance.
Do you you think you could process romance at all? Or slice of life?
I actually haven't watched a lot of those. People have recommended me some, but I haven't really gotten into it now.
There's a really good one called Bible Black. You should check it out.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Actually,
look here. Actually, what? Go ahead, Steven.
I got one from Kate. You should watch Rent a Girlfriend.
I've heard of that one. That's actually one that's been recommended to me. I haven't watched it though.
What I'm going to recommend to you that I believe that you need to watch, because every nigga need to shed a good tear, is A Silent Voice.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
What was it?
Silent Voice.
It was
Yeah, Silent Voice. It's on Netflix.
Is it Netflix exclusive? Because I don't think, at least I don't know the English name.
It's on
no, the English name is A Silent Voice. It's not Netflix exclusive, but that is where I watched it.
What's it about?
So it's about these young kids, and then one of the kids, she's a deaf girl. So then one of the kids, he's like trying to become popular. You know, when you're young and you're wilding and shit like that, right? So he bullies her. And then they grow up a bit, and then she comes back later on, and although he was bullying her, like she's still nice to him. So then he kind of like not really catches feelings, but like he's trying to like he gets outcasted. So his friends don't fuck with him, and then like he tries to right everything by like being nice to her and doing all this shit. It's just you gotta watch. It's like it's a roller coaster. Me personally, I had the deaf girlfriend or partially deaf girlfriend, and I see how she had to deal with shit where she couldn't really understand people. She had to read the lips, or she couldn't hear people, and she always told me stories about how like she got bullied for having her hearing aids and shit like that. So she like threw them away, shit like that. So like all this shit, like I was like, I just want to save you. That's just how I feel about it.
Ain't one of those. Okay.
I just want to be light skinned.
Like legit, I was like, I'm ready to whip main character's ass my damn self because this little like kids are dicks. Like that is
yes.
Like kids are dicks. Like I feared for my brother. Like I was like, nah, we about to homeschool him. When it was his turn, my little brother, when it was time for him to go to school, I was like, fuck that. I'm about to homeschool. When I dropped him off to school on the first day, I cried in my car. I remember all that shit.
Don't do it.
Bruh, like, just super protective over him. It was like,
look how I turned out.
If he turned out, yeah. But if he like came home and was like, this kid say he didn't like me, I'd be like, fuck that little kid, fuck you. Like that's how I was with him.
Let's go stop this nigga right now.
That's how I'm gonna be with my niece when it's time for her to go to school. So it's like that's just me. My thought process, like these kids are fucking dicks. That's just what it is. We used to do some foul shit. Not really foul, but like we used to say some foul shit about people back in the day too.
Yeah, but it's gonna get worse and worse, man, as these kids grow up. The kids are gonna get worse and worse. They're gonna be more and more dicks.
That's what I'm saying, because they're too aware of the world. Like we didn't fucking we didn't have no iPhone in our pocket at age 10, you know what I mean? Like we didn't know about Twitter. I mean, we wasn't keeping ourselves updated on other people's lives and shit like that. Like there's just too much information that they're getting to where they're just way more grown than what we were used to. Shit, I remember I took my brother to his high school orientation. And I was like, this thought shit is real life. I can't believe it. All them little girls around there look grown as fuck. Like the girls did not look like that. Yep. When we went to school, I was like, this is some bullshit.
Yeah. That's true. Like my apartment is like right near high school. Back when schools was around, and I'd be driving up, leaving for work or something like that, and I see some of these kids walking up and down school, and I'm like, yeah, like you said, like looking around like all these 13, 14-year-old girls trying to be, trying to look like a freaking Jenner or something like that, trying to dress and look like they 25, 30 years old. It's like, nah, that's not how we were doing when we was in high school, man. Like you said, that thought stuff, bro, it's real.
It's real, bro. Like this shit was like eye-opening to me 3 years ago. That shit was eye-opening to me, dog. Like I was like, I can't believe it's gonna sound terrible. I can't believe this little 16-year-old girl's fine. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
Back in my day.
Basically, your thought process is, I can't believe this little 16-year-old girl is making me think twice about, giving me a double take. Like, is she 16?
Bruh, when Mensa and Carlos came out to visit me, and we was like about to go hoop or something, I was like, all right, bruh. I gave them niggas like notice. Look, we about to go. Look, these people that we about to see, those are fucking kids, okay? He's like, what you talking about? Like, all right, you'll see. So we drive off, and then Carlos like stops in the middle of the road. He's like, God damn. I said, probably 13, bro. He's like, hell no, 13. Like for real. Like, motherfucker, she's going to junior high school, dog. Like, stop.
Oh God. She just got out of elementary school, bro.
You feel me? Like that shit is crazy.
Milk they be drinking.
I think that's I think it's the evolution of the especially with the girls, right? It's the Instagram models and stuff like that. They all trying to look like that, and so they're dressing and modeling themselves after all that, and they just copy each other.
Think about how many girls we went to school with that didn't have an ass at all. You know what I mean? Like no booty, nothing. Yep. Look at Devon. She ain't got no.
Hey, chill. She ain't here listening.
Oh, she ain't listening.
Not here listening.
Yeah, I wanted her to be there so she can rebut. Like, she like to talk this shit.
She can't rebut. She ain't got. Damn, it's another good one. Wasted.
But yeah, think about it, bro. Like, and then you just walk around. Everybody got an ass. Like, white girls with booty is more common. Thick Asians is more common.
Wait, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Pizza or burgers?
Fuck.
Such a.
And just answer this question, please.
Pizza, sure. I passed.
You said you passed.
What do I pass, Steven?
He put down a school shooter gun. He was like, okay.
Okay.
He's like, okay.
Tell him where I live.
He's like, he's good.
Tell him where I live.
I have been
he's good. He's good.
Before, but we don't talk about that.
Keiden, don't come to school tomorrow.
Yeah. He's like, again? Damn, Steve.
But yeah, actually, give me the name of the anime again, Jinsei. I almost forgot it. You just told me. What started this conversation? Silent Voice. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a movie, so you can sit there, watch it, be cuddled up with your girl, your fiancé. and just watch the movie real quick.
Okay.
And they have a manga box set which I'm buying with my.
Does you may have answered this earlier, like during a little preamble, but does your girl watch anime?
No, she doesn't. She knows about it. She knows the basic stuff. She knows the Naruto and the Dragon Ball Z and whatever stuff, but she doesn't watch it now.
Where do her interests lie?
So when I started dating her, now that she's living with me now, like she watches a lot of TLC on TV. So like if you're familiar with that channel, and a lot of Food Network too, I guess. And actually she does watch basketball because as Brandon knows, she is a Warriors fan. But
A fake
yeah,
one.
she watches like a lot of it. I told her about that before I got on.
Yeah.
She had to talk, let her know that she was a real one. She was like, I know the We Believe team, all that stuff. Because her dad is a big Warriors fan. That's actually how she got into it. He's actually a real big Warriors fan. He's been sticking with him. But yeah, like she watches like a lot of TLC, Food Network stuff, movies, standard chick stuff in general. She the TLC stuff, like I don't know if y'all watch, she actually got me interested into a little bit. It's just kind of fascinating. 600-Pound Life. That show sometimes kind of crazy. It's just mesmerizing, to watch sometimes. She watches the 90 Day Fiance stuff, kind of trash TV, kind of the stuff you can't look away from, but it's interesting anyway.
I think I'm gonna be up on there.
No.
What, you gonna be the 90 Day Fiance?
No, I'm gonna be the she gonna have to pay for me because that's how I approach it. But yeah, I see the men that they get up on that show. None of them is cute, unlike me. So it's gonna be different.
Well, you gotta be a billionaire.
Oh, you don't have to. You just gotta. It's usually like old people chasing after young chicks, though. It's like 45, 50-year-old dudes chasing after 20, 25-year-old girls. Or actually, this is how she actually got into the show. It's funny. So like she got into the show because there was this old white chick from Atlanta who's like 57 years old who was about to marry a 30-year-old Nigerian dude. That's how she got into the show.
I remember that.
Black dude. She was this little Nigerian dude chasing after this old white lady. Like, obviously I'm Nigerian, so she was like, that's how she got into the show.
But there's not enough time in the day for us to discuss. I want to discuss, like, first of all, let me touch base on some shit right there. Let you tell the people, because Kaho be bullshitting. 1-on-1 in basketball, I'm kicking your ass 10 out of 10 times.
He already showed me the video where he broke your ankles 3 times. Like, how do you? I don't even understand this. So I don't even understand like the physics of this. This nigga Io went like left, right, left. This nigga's Jinsei's his feet, the bottoms of his feet stayed firmly where they were, but like the joint where the ankle connects to the foot, like slid from one side to the other, and you check. It was weird as fuck.
Why does this man hype you so much? Like, I don't even know when this became a trend with him. But Io, tell the people, I'm kicking your ass 10 out of 10 times.
It's not about, number one, Kaho's doing it because it's not about hyping me. It's just about making you look bad. That's why he's doing it. Number two, no, you're not beating me 10 out of 10 times.
Oh my God. What do you want to put on? I want your wedding ring. Let's bet your wedding ring. What's up? I need you to put something on this. Brad, let's do it for $100.
I'm not saying you're not beating me. I'm just saying you're not beating me 10 out of 10 times. So all I gotta do is beat you once, which I'm telling you,
10 out of 10 times I'm beating you for $100. Let's do this.
You ain't. I'm taking at least one game from you. All I gotta get is one game. I can at least
even there and record the entire fucking thing.
Got it.
Io, you're not getting a
one
game from you. You're not getting a game.
I'm getting a game. All right.
You're not getting.
It's a bet $100. And if Jinsei wins, I get $100. And if Io wins, Io gets $100.
Actually, Keiden.
That's how me and Kaho got close right there. Motherfucker talking about. But go ahead, Steven. Go ahead.
I'm pretty fast on my feet. So whenever you want to tangle, let's have a challenge in a foot race.
Oh, you think you could beat me in a race?
You know how skinny I am? I weigh 135.
Skinny doesn't mean
it
fat.
does not matter.
I got tall legs.
Tall legs doesn't mean
That doesn't
fast.
How
matter
tall are
either.
you, Keiden?
I'm 5'7".
I'm 5'9". I got you.
Okay.
How
That's
am I
cool.
taller than you?
Having long legs does not mean you're taller than them because of genetics, you idiot. Having long legs does not mean that you're athletic at all, Steven, at all.
Exactly, and that's what it comes down to. Your how much you weigh and how tall are you does not equal athleticism. There are plenty of
Often,
tall, skinny people who are not athletic at all.
Well, didn't say.
how often do you go to the gym,
Well,
Steven?
me and Jinsei were supposed to go start working
No, no,
out.
no, 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 no. Don't try and put this blame on Jinsei. Nigga, I'm asking you, how many times a month do you go to the gym? In the past couple months, how many times have you gone?
Okay, can I be honest here?
Yeah, I expect you
Do
to.
it.
I hope you would be.
So,
Yeah.
me and Kaho talking in Discord. I'm like, Kaho, how do you lose weight? Because I wanna start, like, I have a little bit of like a fat in my
You're a
stomach.
little chubby. Gosh, you keep going.
Sorry, Ice. Anyways, I'm not like you wouldn't notice that I'm chubby, but anyways, I'm slightly. I can feel my extra fat in my stomach. So I'm like, yo, I gotta work out. So I was like, yo, Kaho, how do you lose weight? So he said, did actually eat less portions, which I have been, but I can't. I learned I can't even do a whole entire sit up. I cannot do them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't.
first
You're
of
not
all-
doing it right.
First of all, you asked Jinsei, how do you lose weight? And I told you, just to set these records straight, I know it's kind of petulant, but whatever. You asked Jinsei, and I told you, eat fewer calories. And you're like, what? I'm good at you. And like, nigga, you lose weight in the kitchen, not in the gym. That's not how the shit works. Consume fewer calories.
It's actually
That's how
true.
you
Yeah.
lose weight.
Isn't that kind of bad though? Like a bad way to do it.
It's not a diet. Diets are fads. I told you this too. It's not a diet. Consuming fewer calories. It's portion control. Yes, portion control does not a diet make.
I'm a pig.
I don't think anybody is going to question the veracity of that comment. I'm just saying, of that claim. And if you can't even do a sit up, like, how the fuck do you expect to beat somebody who actually does cardio, who actually goes to the gym and shit? How the fuck do you expect to beat somebody who's in shape? Nigga, this ain't an anime.
Naruto now. He believes it.
Leave it all
I
you want
got
to.
a video game that I gotta send it to you. But yeah, basically he played Christian 101 at the gym, and
I did pretty well.
the only bucket that he scored, he summoned his anime powers before he shot it, and he made it. So I mean, Keiden, watch out. That nigga might go Super Saiyan on you one time.
Like I said, the only bucket, and then Steven commented, "Yeah, I did pretty well."
God,
I gave Christian a run for his money.
if that's a run for his money, then
No, like I was
Christian
like,
did look.
oh, and then, Brandon, tell them, like, remember that one shot I saved when it was like I intercepted and it got the ball because I dove for it and I still caught it.
Is it called an interception?
Oh, he
Steven?
hustled, huh?
Hustled.
No, it's not called an interception, Kyle. Shut
I wanted him
up.
to answer the question.
Y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop this.
I intercepted. He shot the puck from all the way downtown, and then I intercepted
Oh,
it.
Kyle.
You know what, Kaho? This is what we're gonna do this summer. I'm gonna pay 500. Jinsei's gonna pay 500. We're gonna fly you out, and then we're gonna have a little.
The fuck? Why does it cost that much to fly out, Kyle?
It doesn't. I mean, but I'll just send me $500 each, and I'll be out there. Don't worry.
Why are you constantly
That's not
trying to monopolize everybody's money? Stop it.
Don't even worry about it. Just send me $500. Shut the fuck up, Jinsei, you piece of shit.
Anyway, I thought
Does
that's
not take $1,000 to get Kyle out here to California.
How much is it?
Like plane tickets are
You can
cheap.
hop on a Southwest flight.
Yeah, like plane tickets are cheap.
I haven't been flying since the pandemic. I don't know.
That's fine, but
Even if it wasn't a pandemic, you in Colorado, right? It's not gonna cost $1,000.
Yeah, like I'm 2 states away.
Hey, I'm letting you know right now, Steven is like primed up and ready to be like finessed by a woman. If there's a black woman out here ready to finesse somebody, it is Steven.
Yeah, I don't mind dating.
Yeah, I'm sure. You would get turned out. You were prime rib, get ready to be turned the fuck out. She's like, I don't know how much I gotta pay to get her out here, but I'm gonna pay it. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, what was that movie? It was Napoleon Dynamite. Fucking his brother was dating LaFonda. I've got a girlfriend. Peace out. Like, that's fucking Steven up and down.
Same thing be happening to these folks on 90 Day Fiance too. They be getting catfish and swindled,
I've been
by the
catfished.
pictures. So you've been catfished before? That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I am the catfish.
I've been catfished too, Keiden, but not like that. Just more like her pictures didn't match what she looked like in real life, but we never like did anything. It never got there.
Oh, that's happened to every dude. That's just falling for the photo magic,
It happened to me.
The girls who be taking pictures with all the angles and the close-up pictures, and then you see her in real life, you're like, oh, what the heck?
As your grandpa would say, the elephants. You see the elephant? That's crazy. That's crazy.
I can't remember what was we talking about before. How do we even get on this?
It's talking about anime. It's some shit.
Yeah, I feel like I was disrupting the anime talk. Oh, it was the movie that Jensei recommended, Silent Voice.
Yeah. It don't even matter. Like, we bounce around when it comes to topics.
Well, it's a good conversation, so it's all good. We chilling.
So, since you guys are ready to talk about anime, how about So What, I'm a Spider, episode 3?
I didn't watch it. I couldn't find it.
Oh my gosh!
That shit.
Because
Shut the fuck up, so you don't. Oh my gosh, me bitch.
it's because they use a Japanese name majority of the time.
No, I was looking for the box art, and I didn't see it. I was looking for it earlier today.
It was a good one.
Cause I was looking at because I was going through the anime. I'm like, there's got to be I feels like there's something that I've missed. It was actually two things that I'd missed. It was what was the last one that I watched?
Please tell me you watch Beast.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Okay, since none of you but me and Kaho can talk about this. Kaho, what do you think about Lewis?
The deer.
Yes.
What, you mean how he took over the what is it called, the Shishigami or whatever?
Yep.
I mean, when they explained it, it made sense. Well, it kind of made sense. I mean, there's like some information that they haven't given you yet, so I'm not 100% on how I feel about it just yet. But with what I do have, with the knowledge that I am working with, I mean, I guess it makes sense. They're trying to use this nigga's fame to boost their own fame or to boost their renown. And it is kind of weird having a fucking deer leading a group of lions. So, I mean, I don't know what they're trying to work towards. They kind of alluded to it, but they didn't spell the shit out.
I kind of feel like this is a Legoshi training arc coming up soon. Like, because he was like with Jack and like he got beat up by the unknown person, which I gotta say, like, you know who I think this guy who attacked Legoshi out of the blue like that? I think it's that tiger dude.
I don't know. We'll see. I try not to make baseless speculation.
It's a pretty good mystery. I will give B stars for that. Like, I also gotta say, what really like popped in my head while I was watching the B stars, like the whole black market. That like with that like what animal was that, like a
buffalo?
Gazelle? I think it was a gazelle. But she was like in that cage, and then she was like blurring the lines of reality, whole like Zootopia vibe from like herbivores and carnivores, and on how she almost got. That was some crazy stuff. Thoughts?
I mean, like, it's hard to follow you sometimes because when you just like lay out what happens in the episode, there's no room for subtlety after that. Like, everyone knows what happened now. Just, I don't even know what to say. Next. I say next.
Don't anybody watch Dr.
Yeah.
I'm still behind.
That's actually an anime that obviously a lot of people have been talking about for a while, and I haven't started watching either. I was actually similar to you, Jensen. I think I remember in the last episode you said you watched like 7 episodes and you stopped for some reason. But I don't know. If someone could sell me on getting started watching that anime, I might actually start watching it. I know I heard you in the last episode, Kyle. You were talking about how there's some cool complexities to it, even though the characters are not something about the characters not being interesting, but the story is interesting or something like that. I can't remember how you worded it, but
The way that
yeah,
they
I'd be
they
down to watch
play,
an episode on it.
the way that they play with the intelligence factor is pretty interesting.
Mhm.
But that's your
But go ahead, Steven.
that's your fucking resident anime reviewer sell you on it. Ugh.
Well, I actually watched the entire manga. I read it. Entire manga.
Hey, don't spoil it. Just letting you know, don't spoil the shit.
I thought that was cool on how they without trying to spoil here. I like this episode because they like the whole cell phone thing to go back and forth.
You just spoiled it. Like, what the fuck?
Right. No, you're supposed to sell it to Keiden. Sell the anime as a whole to Kate.
Okay, Keiden.
Is it not to spoil it? But here come the spoilers.
Okay, Keiden, I'm gonna try my best. Hold on, let me make this time to ask doctors. Wait,
I'm here for it, even though I kind of know how this goes. I listened to enough episodes to know kind of how this goes, but I'm here for it.
So we got Dr.Stone, right? Pretty cool is because they teach you on how it works. So they use a lot of science, and the main character is super smart, which generally speaking, most anime protagonists, especially in genre, they're not very bright, intelligent, and I like it on how unique this anime is, and it just has a totally different vibe. The way I can really describe it to you, Keiden, is like these types of anime, like an isekai in disguise, if that makes not necessarily isekai material, but it's like the similarities.
Okay.
I'm trying really
Somewhat,
hard.
somewhat informative.
The thing.
Smart characters, isekai. All right.
I got it, Keiden. The whole mystery behind Dr.Stone without spoiling. So there's a phenomenon that happened in the entirety of Dr.Stone on how this whole giant bright light went across the sky and made everybody turn to stone, and they call it the purification age. And the whole point finding out why everybody got turned to stone, and that is behind everything. Without spoiling.
It's the premise, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
The premise is like the biggest eye-catching. I don't know what, but it's the biggest eye-catching thing to get you hooked on to Doctor Stone premise.
Did he sell you on it?
Got me somewhat interested. The premise, the fact that he said the premise is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And intelligent, and the intelligent characters. But you mentioned that already, Kaho.
And
Rather than that, I don't know. Well, go ahead. He's not done. All right.
And the whole catch is the main character, right? Trying my hardest not to spoil. The main character, he is trying to reboot society, like in his lifetime. We're not talking about like like hundreds of years after everybody is back from life. He's trying to restart society, like in his own lifetime, to where they were back when like a few thousand years ago. I think it's like 3,700 years ago. The whole time process. He's trying to reset civilization.
So he's trying to take them back to that time.
He's not trying to take them back per se, Keiden. He's trying to invent everything from scratch to catch up to where the purification happened.
Okay.
And he teaches people about science on how he goes into detail on how to make like chocolate milk or something like that. Like this is how you make a cell phone. This is how you make like a farm.
All right, you're going into spoiler territory now.
Anyway, that's the whole gist of it. Pretty cool stuff. Things happen in it later on, which I won't spoil, but yeah. That's the whole
All
gist.
right.
Did I spoil you at all too much?
No, you didn't. Some of the things that you're mentioning, since I don't have any context, I guess it doesn't make any sense to me right now because I haven't seen the actual show. But I mean, there were some nuggets in there that caught my interest somewhat. Not sure if I'm going to start watching it tomorrow, but no,
If
you didn't do a terrible job, Steven.
you know,
Could have been worse. I've actually heard worse from previous podcast shows that you've done.
well, to be fair, like I've been in it for like, oh good.
Well, apparently you have a following, so maybe you don't suck as bad as you think. So
And this is beside the point. I even have a Dr. Stone blanket.
that information is not necessary.
How cool
He
is
just want to
that?
let you know how serious he is about the Dr. Stone shit. So
Oh,
Sure.
on
All right.
top of sorry, Keiden. On top of that, I have a Dr. Stone, diamond painting I'm working on right now.
So you really mess with the doc. You about that Dr. Stone life
And I
as
got
an
the
anime
manga.
reviewer. Okay.
I went out of my way to spend $120 on the manga series.
Jeez.
And I
Alright.
have a figure of him.
Main character. I've seen the main character many times. He's the big dude, the long hair that comes down to his
Yes.
face.
Yes.
I don't know his name, but yeah.
Thank you. To top it off, he is like a crazy unique character. Like he looks like a freaking turnip. He looks like a turnip.
His hair looked like a turnip. Yeah. Yeah, Kyle. He didn't do terrible. Would you agree?
I didn't say anything.
I'm just in his soliloquy of trying to sell me. I don't think he did terrible. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either.
I'm
And then, until he moved into the, oh yeah, and I'm Senku.
Well, yeah.
And I love Senku. And I'm gonna have his babies.
kind of gay, but
Yeah, I-
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you are what you eat, I guess.
Guess I am. Let's see then.
Oh. All right, y'all.
hey, this is why a group of our followers, excuse me, they ship Kaho and Steven together.
Nigga, what? No.
Wait, I never heard of that before. What?
Of course not. They tell me. They don't tell you. They ship y'all. They're like, they gotta be fucking. I was like, no, Kaho in Colorado, they can't be fucking. They're like, they gotta be fucking. They were like, in my mind, they is fucking. I was like, all right.
It would be like the worst case of hate fucking ever.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like so you just so Steven's like, so you're telling me there's a chance. But yeah, so
No.
they are actively shipping y'all together. I think it's amazing. And by they, I specifically mean the ringleader of Mr. Inferno.
Dante.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let me say, like, I obviously I can't stop niggas from trying to ship people, but let me say this right now. Y'all niggas is dumb as fuck. Whoever is trying to ship me and Steven, like,
Come on.
like don't you understand how much I want to just beat the shit out of this nigga sometimes? Like, just
Me and Kyle.
like not even in the sexy way, just fucking pain. Like I ain't talking about the redo healer type of pain. Like, I'm talking about like what's a good like what's the character? Oh, I mean his name is Pain. I want to shove like some fucking spikes through this nigga.
Or the rods thing.
Yeah, throw them rods, aka your dick. Yeah,
no,
okay.
nigga, I said spikes. I said spikes.
Kate is the one who alley-ooped it to me.
All right, nigga. It's like
True. They were rods.
I said spikes though. Nigga, I need you to sound like you're convinced here. Don't do that to me.
Hey, whatever you say, bro, it's your world, homie. Believe what you want to believe.
Also, Keiden, if you prefer dubbed over sub, they have an English version out.
Yeah, I think I've caught like a random episode on Adult Swim when they was playing. I don't think I watched the whole episode because then I was kind of lost. But yeah, I've heard some of the dub. But yeah, go ahead. I know y'all was about to talk about the latest episode, so y'all go ahead. I mean, y'all can talk about it as I have no context. I don't think it's gonna really spoil anything for me
It'll
until I
spoil it
get
for me,
there.
but
Yeah,
I'm not really
we're
affected. I'm not really affected
Oh,
by shows like that.
gonna get the. We decided we're gonna skip this. Keiden.
No, we said that last week. We said that.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, we said that last week for Attack on Titan for this
Oh
week.
my
So
gosh,
so Caden can talk about it.
okay. I don't. Once again, I know Kaho hates.
What? What are you about to say?
I know,
Stop.
like I don't know, like I don't my favorite show anymore is not Naruto anymore. Like I don't know how it happened, but Naruto has been my favorite show like for all eternity since I was like a little baby, you know. And now, like I don't know how Mappa did this. Season 4 completely changed my life. You know, I thought Attack on Titan was kind of like mediocre.
well, we moving on to Attack on Titan right now. I didn't know that was what we was doing.
Yeah, I think
I want you to take the lead on Attack on Titan. And then Kaho, are you gonna like mute yourself because you're gonna watch it, or are you just not gonna watch it? Like,
No Kyojin.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll mute myself. Go ahead.
Caden, I want you to tell me about these last 2 episodes.
Bruh. All right. So first of all, Aaron he's a savage, right? We're talking about declaration of war and assault, right? Those are 2.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think the
So
last
obviously,
episode before him was the Warhammer episode, and then
sorry, got it. Yeah, my bad. It was Warhammer, Warhammer Titan, and then Assault was the last one. So okay, yeah, Warhammer Titan. You were teasing it for a long time, Jensei, about you said the Warhammer Titan was your favorite Titan. And I can see why the ability to be able to create the weapons and all that she went into. But I was a little not surprised, but like actually that's moving into this last episode. It seemed like even with all that she can do with all that stuff, it feels like she was still like underselling herself a little bit. And that just allowed Aaron to do what he did, you know. But overall, I thought the episode was dope just because the entrances by the Survey Corps, like I like how it's funny because the evolution of these people in the Survey Corps, like you go back to season 1, season 2, how scared they were of just them little, weird, oblivious looking Titans, and just they scared of them. And then you get to this episode, and these fools are just going at it. They don't care. I love that evolution of the Survey Corps, and everybody coming in. And then yeah, I actually text you, Jensei, about what the hate is on Mappa. I don't know why everybody's hating on them. I don't understand where it comes from. The animation and everything in that episode was fine to me, and I think they're doing good. And apparently they only had half the time to do it because of COVID. So I don't understand where all the hate is coming from. I did think it was a little for the Warhammer episode. I thought it was kind of funny how Aaron just noticed how he could defeat her just by literally just unplugging her from the from the ground. I did think that was a little funny. I kind of would have hoped for a little longer battle between those two, but I mean, I guess that just speaks to how smart Aaron is, maybe.
Yeah, I would say
with
that you're
episode in
like
particular,
instead of you saying that she was underselling herself, what you got to really look at is that this nigga Aaron is in complete control of everything that's going to happen.
right? That's probably what it is. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Yeah, but I kind of get it from that aspect because he wasn't rattled by her at all. By all the stuff that she can do, he was just like, okay, for sure. Like he was not rattled at all. So
But
yeah,
like
I get
when
that
Aaron
aspect.
fought other Titans, he wasn't like, "Damn, I want that power." But when he seen her, he was like, "I want that shit. Give me that."
Yeah, he was hell bent on that. Yeah, that's just how I felt about the Warhammer Titan. I don't know, Steve, if you want to talk about that episode, we can then we can talk about the last one.
I only want to talk about 2 moments. Wait on.
Okay. So then, oh yeah, and then just a little sidebar. Everybody was talking about the glow ups with everybody on the Survey Corps. But I ain't gonna front, man. That boy, Gene, whatever. That boy, he got pretty, man. That boy got turned to a pretty boy with the hair and everything. I was like, okay. And then Sasha being a savage, shooting all them them fools that Gabby was talking to, like she wasn't playing. I just think like their entrance to Survey Corps, it really just shows. I saw somebody on Instagram say that you really see the difference between people who go around and conquer and people who go around and survive. In that episode, you saw the difference between those two: the fear and the people that go and conquer, and the ruthlessness of the people that are out to survive. Like you saw that stark difference in the Warhammer episode. But yeah, man, that episode was fire, man. It was.
Man, you giving me goosebumps.
Speaking of goosebumps, you want to know what scene that gave me goosebumps?
Yep.
When Armin blew up the entire port. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that boy. Yeah, that was the Colossal Titan reveal was pretty dope.
And I was waiting on it.
Was that? Yeah, that was clean. But was that Armin who set up the Cart Titan and the Jaw Titan and dropped them in that hole? That was him too, right? Or was that somebody
else? I don't think so. I don't think it was him. I think it was somebody else.
Looks like him.
It was somebody else. Because I was like, how did he get up on that boat out there? But yeah, that reveal was pretty dope.
That motherfucker was like, they was in battleships, and he was in a little tiny boat, and they was like, "Hey, what you doing?" He was like, "Killing you, nigga." Like that shit was crazy.
He just took off his hood. He didn't even say anything. He just took off his hood and looked at him. Was like, "Bro, that's it. Y'all done."
He's like, "Hey, y'all know y'all over with, right? Like right now, it's over."
Yeah. And just dropped them, like
off screen. Every ship that they said it earlier, they were sending ships to the island, right? They were sending ships like constantly, over and over, and they just weren't making them back. And they weren't coming back because of Armin. Armin sank like every ship that they sent.
Oh,
that's like off camera shit.
I mean, during the 4 years that had passed, basically, they were doing that.
Yeah, like any ship that they sent, Armin was sinking this shit. But they were so far off to where you couldn't see him. You know what I mean?
Didn't know. Yeah. Dang. That's crazy. Yeah. Now Armin's reveal was dope. If we're talking about the last episode of Salt, if you're talking about goosebumps, man, the part that gave me goosebumps, boy, was when that boy, and this is that's what I text you, Jensei, about Aaron just not playing. When that boy Aaron used the Jaw Titan as a nutcracker, I was like, this man right here is on another level. Like,
yes, sir.
That gave me goosebumps, but I was sitting there like, this dude is not playing at all, man. That was crazy. That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, this next episode that's about to come out this Sunday, there's gonna be a turn, like it's gonna be some tragic shit happening about some characters.
Oh, don't say it.
About some characters, and then Aaron, he didn't get to his final form, but he goes to the next step. I don't know if they're gonna do it all in the next episode, or it's gonna be the episode afterwards. But that scene in the trailer where he like put on that jacket, nigga, I already know what that scene is. I already know what that scene is. I can't wait because that's when Aaron like fully like dedicates himself to doing what the fuck he got to do. How do you feel?
The tragic thing. Oh, go ahead.
How you feel about rooting for a villain?
Is Aaron really a villain? Do you see Aaron as a villain?
I believe that the whole point of the season, and you look at it from the opening, being in the perspective of Falco and everybody else, and all that, is to vilify Aaron to get you used to it. So, how do you feel about rooting for the villain?
Right. I don't feel bad just because we know the background of why he's this way. We understand why he's this way.
You think? But what if I'm going to tell you that everything is the way it is because of Aaron?
Don't spoil that, man.
I ain't gonna spoil anything. I'm just letting you know. I told you this beforehand. You were asking me, "Hey, am I watching this? And is this like in the past?"
Perspective?
Yeah. So I was like, it's very unique once you get there. But like later on in the season, he's gonna have an interaction with Zeke, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like seriously, like what the hell?
Oh, so that means I figured Zeke was still alive after that boy Levi came with the quickness with that boy. That was actually one of my favorite seasons.
The homies was getting at at him hard because
Yeah,
niggas on the internet was like, "You big and bad, but you got dropped in one shot, and you was just laid out
one
like the whole time."
shot. That was another scene that was dope too. That boy Levi, it was funny. I saw something similar to that, Jensen. They were like, this fool Beast Titan got laid out by a midget in one shot. This fool Levi came out in one swoop, dropped him, sat on his head, dropped the grenade, and was just out like it was nothing.
Mhm.
People was like waiting for that rematch, right? After what he did in the previous season, they thought it was gonna be a long drawn out battle. No, it was a one shot. Like that fool Levi one shot him.
All right, so I got a kind of question about the recent episode. And that one enemy Titan was like saying, "Wait, what? What are you guys doing? You, I'm human too." What was all that about? Like, when Titan said, "Like, I'm human too."
Which Titan?
Can't remember. Was it the Jaw Titan? I'm not 100% sure, but
He didn't say that. What he said was, "Don't you guys see that I am a
Yeah.
Titan? Why are you guys
I'm a
like
Titan.
so? Why are you guys so gung ho about attacking me?" That's what he said.
Yeah, why are you guys all killing me? Yeah. So he was, yeah, that was towards the end of the Warhammer episode, right? When he, yeah, when
No, that
all
was
the
the
people,
that was the end of the Warhammer, beginning of the assault.
yeah, when he was about to bite, when he was about to bite Aaron, and then Levi came, saved him, and then he was like, "How are y'all like not scared of me? Can't y'all see him?" And the whole survey code was about to roll up on him. He was like, "How are you guys not scared of me? Can't you see that I'm a Titan? You guys are just human. Like this isn't right." And he's like, "These are really the devils of paradise." And then yeah, that cut.
Yeah,
That's what he was referring to.
they sure do know how to end some episodes. I ain't gonna front.
Bruh, yeah, man. But I'm guessing going back to I'm guessing the tragic that's gonna happen in this episode. I think they're setting it up is probably Ryder's death. He wants to die anyway.
Nope.
So.
Nope. No,
Nice.
Really?
the death that's going to occur is going to take you by surprise. That's the whole reason why. Did you watch the preview for the next episode?
Yeah, I did.
So
I
you
saw
see what
Gabby
they
roll
were.
up in there with a gun.
Yeah. So
It
you
wasn't.
seen them
They were
locking
inside
up,
the airship.
but they were arresting Aaron at the end, towards the end of the preview.
Yeah, I saw they were all pointing something at him while he was sitting down.
Yeah. It's like, this is your fault, basically. You'll
Yeah,
see.
well, I kind of got the sense of that. I kind of got the sense of that when Mikasa saved him. She was like, "Aaron, come home. You did all this. Like I think Aaron apparently went rogue on the survey corps. Like it wasn't planned on them for all that to happen. Because I don't think they planned on killing everybody the way Aaron did. Because Aaron kind of went ruthless on everybody on that stage. Mikasa was like, "Come home." So it seemed like there was some rift between the survey corps and Aaron. But I did get a sense of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're a man on a
know.
mission, sometimes you got to leave your friends behind and just achieve your mission. That's just how it
Right.
goes. Sometimes.
Yeah, that seems like that's what he was doing. Yeah. But nah,
But yeah,
just to wrap thing up, what Steven was saying, man, I ain't gonna front yet. Attack on Titan has moved up in terms of like my favorite animes, man. Like this, the ride they taken me on and the ride they have taken me on watching this is it's on some just god level stuff, man. Like real talk.
we're on episode 8 of 16 for Attack on Titan, and I don't think the manga is over with yet. So I'm really not seeing
I heard
how
it's
they're
gonna
going to fit. It's about to end soon, but I'm not seeing how they're going to fit the rest of this into 16 or 8 more episodes. So I'm hoping they do like a part 2 to season 4, like they did for season 3.
yeah. I heard the manga was gonna end in April, and I heard that the anime might also end around the same time as the manga.
Yeah, so that probably puts it in line with a part 2, hopefully.
Yeah. But yeah, dopeness all around, man. I love this show, man. It's every Sunday, man. I always look forward to it. It's too raw.
Love Cliff.
But yeah, Steven, it seemed like you were gonna say how you feel like this anime has taken over Naruto as your favorite anime of all time, apparently.
Well, for a while, I'm not gonna lie, I know this isn't totally like in like 2014 era, but for a while, Sword Art Online kind of did that to me. But then they ruined it after like Sword Art Online, went other virtual worlds. But like Attack on Titan keeps on knocking it out of the park.
Yeah. It says the expectation is pretty high. But yeah, it's great.
I don't know how they did it, but like,
You ain't done.
I mean, we're done talking about the anime. We're just talking about feelings at this point.
Oh, okay.
Attack on Titan gonna put anime on the map again. No pun intended. Map.
Is anime off the map right now? Did I miss a beat?
I was gonna say I don't know if it's off, but
Or
maybe you're
anime.
thinking it's gonna be like you think it's gonna be like a culture shift anime, sort of like how all the classic ones that we know. You think it's gonna be added to like a Bleach or a Dragon Ball Z or all those? It's gonna be in those ranks. That what you're trying to say?
Probably not gonna be as nearly as high, but it's gonna be at least it's a top 10, top 50. It's gonna be up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you look at everybody who all these social media influencers and all these people who are just famous through TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff, you notice, especially in the Black community, a lot more people are publicly into anime than ever before.
Oh yeah.
Like it's if you don't watch anime, you are the outcast.
Mm-hmm. And that was never the situation before, man. Obviously, like, when we was growing up, Brandon, like it was the opposite round. Like we was them dudes, them dudes like anime, them dudes like them cartoons. And now it's a cool thing to like anime and cartoons because, like you said, the influencers, famous people, right? I think I remember talking to my girl about this a little bit. She was like, "Oh yeah, black dudes and black girls started liking dudes with anime because Michael B. Jordan said he liked Naruto. Now everybody want to like anime. It's cool because Michael B. Jordan like anime." It's like now liking that type of stuff is cool now. And then if you don't like it, you're like, oh, that's weird. You don't like Dragon Ball Z. You don't know what this is. Like how you now you're the weird person if you don't know about it. Interesting culture shift.
And it helps when you have not even just like your rank and file celebrities who you would assume are kind of nerdy, like Jack Black, for example. But then you have like fucking basketball players like walking out with tattoos and like sleeves and shit that got like anime characters on them and shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Kelly Oubre doing the Naruto run out the tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah. People wearing like customized sneakers with anime characters on it. That all just like sets the culture up. Same way. But yeah.
And what was next? I don't know if you already mentioned it. I don't know. I was muted. Deafened.
I did not mention what's next. What is next? Because I think I got every. I did not watch Jobless Reincarnation this week. It's up on my screen right now, but I haven't finished it. So
You know what? Speaking of Jobless Nation, I'm a little mad. You know why?
I have a feeling you're gonna tell us.
So, I'm trying to I'm all the way caught up on Jobless Reincarnation. The third episode, in my opinion, was a lower tier and still good, but it kind of shifted gears a little bit from like the first two episodes. I'm like, this Jobless Reincarnation. Apparently, I think I mentioned this night novel kind of like setting the tone, the whole truck scene, reincarnation instance. But like, I can't find the manga anywhere. Like, everybody's buying the manga now because of this anime. Like, that never happened.
Wait, you were trying to buy Jobless Reincarnation merchandise?
Yeah, I was trying to buy the manga, but I cannot find manga anywhere online. Like, it's all sold out, like everywhere.
Huh.
Just like Jujutsu Kaisen. Can't find a manga anywhere.
That's an anime I'm caught up with too. Basically, I think I haven't watched the last episode. But.
That's the epitome of not being caught up.
One thing about Jujutsu Kaisen for me, I feel like they try too hard to explain, and that messes up my brain. Like,
Explain what?
I'm trying to follow along, and trying to figure out like what's Kaisen. Cool and all. It's like I don't understand
Doesn't sound too complicated to me.
You'll find that's a reoccurring theme in our conversations about things that confuse Steven.
Got it. Are we talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, or are we going to talk about a different anime?
I mean, if he hasn't seen it, and Jinsei ain't caught up either.
No, I'm caught up. That was Keiden who said he wasn't caught up.
Oh, okay.
No, that was actually Keiden who started the I'm caught up, but I haven't watched the latest anime. He started
You're
it.
right.
Steven followed suit.
I said,
but you only gave Steven flack.
No, I said it generally. I didn't say it towards Steven as a general statement. I said, isn't that the epitome of not being caught up?
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, this past episode was dope though. Like they got the boxing, and just like me and you, the adversaries become best friends, my nigga.
Oh, wait,
so you got to watch the episode.
Spoiler.
I mean, I feel like I told Kaho this beforehand on the side. I feel like I knew where this was going to go as soon as they introduced the character. I was like, this nigga's hard-headed, this nigga's hard-headed. They're going to butt heads, realize that they both got the same hard-ass head, and be like, man, I love you. You're like, you know what? I love you too. And they're just going to go from there.
Wait, which one is the chubby kid getting his ass whooped in basketball?
Hey.
What? I'm trying to make sense of your analogy.
I think what's his name? Is it Itadori?
The main character,
yeah, the main character.
That would be me, because I'm not sure, because I haven't read ahead, but I'm not sure if he's gonna win this one-on-one fight. He might on some main character shit, but like old boy's telling him, it's like, look, you just don't possess the power to beat me. This nigga Keiden was like, look, you only got 3 people, bro. You're not gonna win. Bro, I cannot believe you can't, like, you think you can really beat me one-on-one. Like, I can't believe this shit.
I could.
I just said I can win. I can beat you in one game. That's all I need to do. I can definitely get one game.
I shot a full court before.
Listen, you better be careful.
Just ignore him.
He picked up a whole court and he shot that shit.
I have a witness.
And there was witnesses. He shot up the whole damn court, and there was witnesses.
Hey, he told me about his witness. It was his dog. This shit don't count. I'm gonna say.
Me and Philip were at the park before anybody else got there. I'm like, hey Philip, check this out. So I just I hurled it in the air, and I went like ballistic. I couldn't believe I made that shot.
They say, a clock is wrong twice a day.
A broken clock is correct twice a day.
Correct, yeah, my bad.
If we're done with the whole anime section, I do have one topic.
You have a topic specifically for Keiden?
It's kind of for everybody, but I will get into Keiden. I have a few questions I'd ask him.
So you gonna get into you?
All right.
So.
Steven is not equipped for that ride.
So, nigga, do you know what cakes are?
I want to know. Now, this is going to be an anime reference, but it actually kind of turned into reality. So, Sword Art Online, right? If we had the technology today, would you actually play VRMMO? That real?
Keiden?
Yeah, I would. The whole concept is dope. I mean, going back from Sword Art Online, remember Dot Hack Sign? I remember that anime. Those type of possibilities. I'd be down for it. Yeah.
Would you do it?
Just as a fellow.
Let's say if they put it out there. Hey, there's a 0.7% chance that you can get stuck here.
I probably wouldn't.
0.7% chance.
Yeah, not 0.07, but 0.7.
Kind of like a glitch.
A glitch.
I'd wait. So I'd wait until the next patch comes out and it drops to 0.2.
So this is my correlation. So how you feel about the vaccine for COVID?
Not getting it.
Yeah, we know Trump supporter. Shut up.
What about
It's
you?
basically the same.
Right?
For me?
No, for I want to know Kaho's opinion.
Oh, go ahead, Kyle.
I mean, if I was given the opportunity, I'd get it. I'm not like high up on the list of people that are eligible, but yeah, I'd get it.
Me and Jensei should be up there. Work with the.
No, that's not at all. I think that's a part of the criteria. But what about you, Keiden?
Almost similar to what I said about, the, like you said, the isekai type of stuff in terms of like getting to a virtual world. I would probably wait and see how things pan out when people get it, and then things are cool and safe, end up getting it myself.
People are having a hard time with it. Not.
Yeah, my girl, she has a couple of friends that work in healthcare, and they've both gotten it. I think one got the Pfizer and one got the Moderna already. One that got the one that she got the Pfizer, she did say like when she first got the first dose, she was a little nauseous at first. And she's like nauseous, lightheaded, or whatever. She said they told her about those side effects, like after they gave it to you at first, they tell you to like kind of like sit down and maybe not operate machinery for a little while, just depending on how your body's going to react to it. But overall, after that initial couple of hours that she dealt with that, she ended up being fine. I think she got her second dose actually not too long ago.
It's standard reaction to vaccines. Like, I mean, the flu vaccine has been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
For decades.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Jensei? Would you?
No, I'm stereotypical black when it comes to that. I'm gonna wait till that shit pans out, and then I'll go ahead and get it. So I need to make sure that these okay. So I think Greg Popovich got it yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. If this nigga like dies in the next 2 days, I'm like, nah. First of all, it's Greg Popovich. Like, don't take him away from me.
Well, yeah, don't say that, number one. But you have to also think about you're not the same age as Greg Popovich, right? So it may not mean the same thing for you.
Well, yeah, exactly. But it's just like Kyle said when he heard that I got COVID. He was like, it's something that's making completely healthy people just drop, like completely drop.
Yeah, the statistics on that are way different. I mean, I understand like you correlate these two things because of the blackness inside of you. I get that.
Yeah.
Believe me, I do. But at the same time, you have to consider this is a thing that like consider the rate at which COVID is killing people. It's like 1%.
Yeah.
Right. And then consider the rate at which people who've been given the vaccine are having like serious issues, like due to allergies for the most part, allergens. Like the difference in the amount of people who have had these like really negative, long-lasting reactions to them is night and day. Like it's not even 0.01%.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's
you said.
Go ahead.
You understand where I'm coming from, so I don't really need to explain myself. So
no, I was explaining it because I already know Steven was asking stupid shit to say.
By the way,
yeah, but I'm not like one of them people that's going. No, go ahead, Steven.
I'm glad you're okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm not like one of these people like, for being in a black community like you mentioned. Say like these fake woke people, right? Like, don't take the vaccine because the government's gonna try to put some chips in you, or they, the white man's that type of right. Like it's not for that reason that I would wait or whatever or something like that. That's because there are people that are like, oh, you don't know what the government is doing. It's like, first of all, the government don't make vaccines. Number one, like they just push them out. So it sounds dumb. But like, yeah, it wouldn't be for any of those reasons. Those people who stuff like that, they're just being irrational what they're thinking.
Yeah, I know for a fact my FBI agent gave up on me a long time. All this nigga does is sit at home and play. He on his PS5. He on his computer. That's all he do. damn, look at him, pants at his ankles again. Like, you know what I mean? Like my FBI is done with me. So I ain't worried about that at all. You put a chip in me and
Exactly.
to watch where I'm going, you can be like, damn, this thing at the house still. Like, what the fuck? Like, mad as hell.
Right. Yeah, and people got to realize, just to kind of wrap this up, the only way a pandemic ends is through people getting vaccinated. So I don't know
There
what
no,
the alternative is.
This ain't the Spanish flu. There ain't no such thing as fucking herd immunity for COVID-19. Like, your body does not naturally build antibodies toward this. In order for it to stop spreading, we have to be vaccinated.
Exactly. Yeah, that's literally the only solution. So, yeah.
I'm still maintaining that I was immune until the white man came.
You put a chip in me.
Hope you're not referring to me.
No. I'm referring to our boss. White man always trying to infect the black communities, right, Keiden?
All the time, man. They be after us, but they be after us. They start from the dark to the light, man. They get the darkest one first.
Oh, you in front of this. God damn. Be careful, man. Everybody,
man.
just so you know,
exactly.
Not only is he Nigerian, but he dark as fuck. Put lotion on this nigga and he turned purple. That's how dark he is.
Okay, not that dark, man. I'm dark, but dang, I don't turn purple, man. I don't turn straight. Although I have seen somebody do that.
Hey, Kaho, so this nigga, okay, so we was on the basketball court playing around after school one day, and then I forget, there was like somebody out there with us. It was like his homegirl or something like that, right? And we get to wrestling, as young men do. We wrestle to try to show dominance and whatnot. But old girl got like this bottle of lotion or sunscreen or whatever the fuck it is. So I grabbed the bottle and I spray that shit on him, and then he grabbed it, he sprayed it on me. Now we just lubed up on the basketball court. But he rubbed that shit in and he was purple. That nigga turned purple. I know you remember that. I know you remember.
I do remember it. It was Hazel that had the sunscreen and lotion.
Oh, I just didn't want to say no names. Yeah.
She's doxed.
I've been doxed before.
What does dox mean, Steven?
The whole information.
Not what dox means.
I've been DDoSed.
What does DDoS mean, Steven?
It does something to the internet.
It's not what DDoSing does, Steven.
Presses your router.
It's not what DDoSing does, Steven.
Anyway.
What does the acronym stand for without Googling it?
I don't know. I haven't been deep.
It's okay. Good, cool story, Steven. All right, what were we talking about next?
How about I want to ask Keiden.
All right.
Shoot for it.
What was your best moment?
Best moment in my entire life. That's a
you've seen the show before, so you don't expect just answer the question to a piece.
You're right.
Round two with
I got a great answer for you, Keiden. Just say it. It hasn't happened yet. Say it hasn't happened yet.
That's actually a great answer. That's true. It hasn't happened yet. I'm going with Jensei's answer.
Right, you said the questions multiple. Keep it up. Keep going. Spit out the fire.
What is your favorite type of music?
Hip hop and R&B.
Nice. So, what is your favorite type of dessert?
Cookies.
Fufu.
He called me the Cookie Monster.
Oh yeah,
you ain't no dessert, man. You called me the Cookie Monster back in the day.
Nah, for real, because Costco cookies, you said they had crack in them. They was never that good to me,
bruh.
But you,
it was so good.
You couldn't. If you didn't have nothing else in your room, you had a Costco cookie. This motherfucker used to, bruh. He had do-rag on Cajo. He had socks on, and he had the slides with the little thing in between your toe, right? Right, but he was wearing socks, so he looked like a Ninja Turtle. He looked like a black ass Ninja Turtle with a do-rag on, and he was eating and he was eating Costco cookies. And I was just looking at this nigga. He was looking at the cookies as he was eating. I'm like, we gonna get in my tongue like that. Like it was passion. It was that and Hawaiian punch. If a nigga didn't have nothing else, he had Costco cookies and Hawaiian punch.
But answer me this though. What was the status on the waves?
I don't think Io ever like really got into like not while I was out there with him in Riverside, but like it was more like I'm wearing this do-rag to maintain my hair in the sense that I don't wake up and my shit's all busted because I was rolling around in my bed.
Yeah, basically a little bit. I never really was dipping. I mean, I had a few by accident just by brushing my hair enough, but I wasn't like 360 waves,
You got any pictures?
Yeah, maybe. Might find something on Facebook or something.
I want to see this nigga with waves.
Okay, Kate. Another question. Favorite animal?
Yep. Favorite animal? Cheetah.
Oh, I get it because you like. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. You made the connection. I didn't think
freaking he likes cheetahs.
Put it together. I'm all there. I'm actually awake today, by the way. Can I take a nice little nap? As you know, fall asleep on the podcast.
I've heard that. Yeah, I was like, y'all better be up because I was telling Jensen like I'll be up because this pandemic. I'll be up to like 2 a.m. nowadays, so I'm good.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me get this straight, Keiden. I'm not going to name our area, but you're from mine and Jensen's area, correct?
Incorrect.
No.
California.
I am in California, yes, but I am not in cow country.
But you weren't once were, right?
No.
I want to dox you.
Anyway, okay, so
This nigga.
let me ask you another question. Do you own any physical manga?
I don't own any physical manga. No. I've read manga, but I don't own. No.
I want to say Keiden is the one who he didn't make me, but I think we were both we were reading Shippuden at the same time.
Yes, we were. Yep.
Okay,
I did read Shippuden.
Speaking of Shippuden, how much insanity did you have after watching Shippuden for 3 years of?
It was just very frustrating. I don't know if it's well, I guess I don't know if insanity is a word, but I was just frustrated. Like, can we get this? Can we get this on already? And I think that's one of the reasons why I started reading the manga because I was frustrated with all the freaking fillers. I was just like, man, I just want to know what happened. So I started reading the manga, and I think I probably told Jensei about it, or Jensei caught on around the same time I did, and we just started reading it, finished it there.
Another question: would you ever be a YouTube influencer with anime content?
No.
Would you?
No shade to you, but no, just not me.
That's totally fine. Not everybody's cup of tea. Would you? Let me think here for a minute. Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You think because I got something. Keiden, I'm gonna maintain this. I've always maintained this with everybody that I talk to about this shit. But don't you remember reading the fucking Gara versus not Gara, but Guy versus Madara fight, right?
Yes.
Don't you remember that shit being drawn in the manga way better than they did in the anime?
Right. I just stood up right now. Yes.
like I always tell people.
I specifically remember reading the that fight and just telling myself, I cannot wait until they animate this, and just being so excited. And when they finally did, I watched it. It was cool, but it just didn't hit the same the way I read it in the manga. And I just
that's what I'm saying. And I want to say it's the way they drew the fucking dragon around him. That's what it was. Like it felt like it was jumping at you. Like if you didn't close the fucking page, it was gonna hit you in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, because that fight was. I remember reading that, and I remember reading it and almost getting goosebumps just reading the thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, it's gonna be great when I watch an anime. And then when it did, I was like, that was cool. Like him jumping off the air and stuff. But why didn't it hit me the same way when I wrote it? I mean, when I read it, like, good call though. Good call.
Just let the secret out. Keiden wrote Shippuden.
It was funny. Like I was listening to your other episodes, I guess, while Steven is still is still thinking, bro. When you guys were talking about when you were doing the conversation thing, Kaho, with Steven about what the favorite Naruto arc was, and like this one, me and Jensei was lockstep. That retrieval for Sasuke. I was hoping you'd say it, Jensei. I was like, if this dude don't say it, the retrieval for Sasuke is his favorite arc. I'm about to like go. I was about to text you like, man, you know you missed out on that. You want to change your answer.
I
But
told
as soon
you.
as you said it, as soon as you said it, I remember like out loud, I was working. I was like, thank you, duh. Like that was the arc. That arc was dope. I remember oh boy, it changed my whole perspective on oh boy Choji, man. When the butterfly, man, and he got
Yeah.
skinny. I was like, okay, like, yeah, I mean that fight, and then of course, the Rock Lee fight with the bone, the dude with the bones all over his body and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that whole arc, it really set the tone for some of them like important side characters, I guess, and yeah, it gave you good perspective on them.
Okay, I got my answer. My question for you popped in my head.
Mhm.
How do you feel about Boruto after completing your whole? Okay, say you dedicate 15 years to Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. How do you feel about Boruto? Do you feel kind of betrayed, or do you feel like it's a cool idea, or do you think that's milk?
So I was indifferent when Boruto came out, and I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of it. I think I've only seen like 2 or 3 episodes. And I got disinterested, and I think I got disinterested quick enough because I think, like what you were saying, I felt like, yeah, maybe they're trying to milk this a little too much, and this is just not the way to go about it. Although I'm hearing now people are saying in the communities it's picked back up that it's getting better. Will that make me watch it and catch up? I don't know. Um, but I guess short answer to your question, yeah, I feel like I think they're trying to milk it for the newer generation of anime followers. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Um, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, to be honest.
So
Yeah.
Another quick question, Keiden. Your dream car, you like if you could achieve car in the world.
I feel like there's two in my head. Uh, Either a Porsche 911 or the Lamborghini Diablo. Just because those are all the cars I played when I used to play Need for Speed back in the day. That's why.
like, what about Rush?
I prefer
The what?
You play Rush in 64?
I didn't have an N64, man. I had a PlayStation.
I mean, you got both of them. You had wealthy
Yeah, I didn't have both.
friends.
No, one game system at a time.
Yeah, Caden's parents were like not like Stevens. Like how we say Steven's parents kind of strict or non-understanding or whatever it is. But Caden's parents was like, "You cool. You got to make sure your grades is A1, African boy.
Straight up.
If you got distracted at all, or we felt like you got distracted, your shit was no, it's out."
no way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. African parents, man. Education is high priority for Africans. So yeah, like Jensei said, even though I had certain things or whatever, it was just like, you got it, but like, don't act like you got it, because the moment you start slipping, it could be gone. As in, like, you ain't playing this no more.
Yeah, there were definitely times where like we'd be like, all right, let's get on this game. And he'd be like, well, I can't till around this time because this time is set for this. And then if I have dinner right after, then it's gonna be like they only got like 45 minutes, an hour to do it before I go to sleep. So like I think the Nigerian household outside of most Asian households are the most structured. How you feel about Nigerians being like top 3 worst customers of all time?
What?
I said, how you feel about Nigerian men usually, not the women, but Nigerian men being the top 3 worst customers of all time.
Where are you getting this stat from?
For me, nigga, I deal with the customers. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Nigga, let me tell you, dog. Okay. Let me tell you.
I don't understand. I can't answer.
Let me tell you. This Nigerian man came into the store reminded me probably of your pops or something like that. You know, he built like that, right? He comes in, he's like, "Oh, I need some hair dye." I was like, "All right, I'll take you over there. You remind me of the homie I. I'm about to hook you up. You feel me? I ain't even gonna walk the shit up there for you. I'm gonna let you take it up there because I trust you." Right? So he's like, "Oh, let me take a look at this." So he opens it up. We're there for 15 minutes. He's just looking at the box. He ain't even reading it, dog. He's looking at the picture. I'm like, all right, whatever. So he opens up the box. He's like, "Oh, okay, so this is everything. Okay, this is how you do it. This is okay, okay. All right. So, yeah, I'll take this. But I don't want this, not the one that's right there because this one's open. Motherfucker, you open. That is
He did that? Oh my god.
like, bruh. So the Karens are top worst all time. And I'm telling you, 2 and 3 is almost like a tie between
Well,
Indians
yes.
and fucking Nigerians.
Can I tell a
All
story?
right, so go ahead, Steven.
Sorry, okay. Anyway, so
Uh-huh.
I think Indians, not to be racist. I'm not being racist here. My personal
Like,
experience.
if you
Well, actually,
just
hold up.
don't say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, before you tell your story, Steven, and you preface it with that, you don't want to lose your audience, man, or just in case any Indians listening. And I've kind of heard you talk about other people in previous podcasts before. Just choose your words wisely a little bit.
Okay,
And let me preface it with this: the views of Steven are not the views of the Nice Guy podcast.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
just
you.
leave it alone for now.
Go ahead.
Go ahead with your story.
No, he said I'm gonna drop it, y'all, man.
We killed it.
He done. He retreated back to his shell.
No, I'm not scared to. I just don't want to offend anyone.
Why are you alive? I'm offended.
Stop it, Kyle. Before we could stop it.
Apparently,
Well,
I
let me
come off
go.
offensively.
Well, let me answer your question real quick. And say you were talking about. First of all, did you know for sure he was Nigerian or was he African?
Brother,
Just African.
brother, I know for sure when they're Nigerian. I can tell. I've been around you for 20 years. Also, there's
so you one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell different. I could tell different. People,
Okay.
you know what
All
they
right.
mix up all the time? They mix up Nigerians and Jamaicans all the time,
Really?
especially the women. Yeah, like I think it's like pretty obvious. You could tell a lot of Nigerian
Yeah.
women who like, especially who just came, they have some big booty ass, braided up, like round face women. Those I was like Nigerian women. I feel like you're gonna ruin my life. I might let you, but a Jamaican woman. Skin tones varies, but them Nigerian women, they dark. They dark.
Okay. All right. So you were sure. Yeah, I can't answer that question of why they're the top 3 worst customers. I don't know.
No,
I
I'm
would
not telling.
say
I
maybe
told you
some.
why. I told you why. I said, how do you feel?
I don't. How am I supposed to feel? Like,
I
dang.
I
Like,
just like I want to go over like let's I just want to like spend a week around your ass like straight up. Not even like on some I'm there. I just want to watch you interact with customer service so I can see how you are. When you do some shit, I just pop up and say, that's that shit I was talking about, and just dip out. You know what I mean? Like fade away.
I've worked in customer service before. You know I have worked in customer service, man. You know I worked at Lucky's, bro. I dealt with it a little bit. Maybe not on your level, but I dealt with it.
But what I'm saying is, inherently through your blood, there is some innate fucking nonsense that comes out when you become a customer. I work in customer service, but because I work in customer service, and you'll say this too, Kaho will say the same thing. You can recognize easier when somebody got a funky attitude for no reason with you.
True.
Just because they're having a bad day. That's why, I mean, but then, I go about life treating everybody like, if I come at them sideways, this might push them over the edge. So I gotta treat everybody, with kindness and care. But what I'm saying is, Steven.
As you should.
Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, Steven fucked me up. I forgot. I was in the middle of something.
I got you. Treat everybody when you want to treat it.
Yeah, that. But I'm saying like I'm able to recognize when somebody's giving out shitty customer service, or I can recognize when somebody truly does deserve shitty customer service. And I will say,
Right.
sometimes I just want to see if you deserve some shitty customer service one time. I want to see.
Fair enough.
What were you gonna say, Stephen? Go ahead.
So one time I almost got beat up at work. It was kind of scary. I don't know if I told the story yet on half.
Go ahead though.
I already told it.
Tell the story
Any more
because
questions,
Keiden wants to hear.
Oh well, okay. So there's this big so I'm walking to as Keiden probably already knows, I work in the no, I'm walking my cart, right? I'm walking my cart and then this guy is in my way. I'll I get by. I want to try and I know I should just go the extra mile to go away, but I was kind of like, I wanted to get my stuff done. So normally people will, I don't do this very often, but normally people ask me to step aside and they will. I don't do it that often because I don't like to, but sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I will. Then I said, "Can you excuse me?" And then this big black guy was like towering over me and said, "You're tripping." That scared me so bad. Oh my gosh! I was like, I couldn't believe him. Like I looked at him. I was like, "Did you really just say that to me right now? You're so lucky that I'm on the clock right now."
This black dude, big black dude that was towering over.
Actually, no.
Remember that.
I want to know, Steven, if you weren't on the clock, what would you have done?
Oh, we would have tangoed. I mean, I would have thrown down.
That motherfucker, all he said to you was, "You tripping," and you guys,
no, like,
get the fuck out of here, Steven.
He was like, "You tripping." Like he knew that I wouldn't do anything, and he knew that he was bigger than me. If it was some regular like customer, like yeah, they would have like said, "Oh yeah, go for it." Like I don't generally ask people to move out of my way because that's rude. But like I said, I was having a bad day. I was just trying to get my stuff done, and yeah, he said, "You tripping," and he. Like I had to walk all the way around the other side of the pallet, and like everybody saw. There were like 10 people watching this whole thing too, and they couldn't believe what just happened either.
Said you
wait for that
tripping.
big.
Said you tripping.
Wait for that big black dude to lay that on you.
10 people, like the entire crowd was just like zoned in on this. Like, oh, he said you tripping. Oh, it's like Steven looked like he about to knuckle up, nigga. Get the camera. World star. Like, yeah, right, nigga.
I literally
y'all wanna hear a story that nobody would know, and the only reason why I know is because I work with this motherfucker.
Before you tell the story, I want to point out that he asked if he had already told this story on the podcast before. The context in which he told this story is we were talking about thugs.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember that. I do actually remember.
So everybody remembers the correlation here.
Yeah.
Big black guy, thug. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't remember him saying in the first story or saying it the first time that the guy was black.
Well, I wasn't trying to be.
Yeah, it was sneaky ass nigga.
All right, so okay, since COVID started, you get checked in, right? So usually one entrance to your store is used strictly for associates to get checked in. Ours is the garden center, right? So I guess Steven works the same shift as like some people, so they all show up at the same time. Steven gets in the parking lot early. He waits for those people. We've made note of this. This man looks for my car to park by my car, shit like that. So he walks in with his group, his entourage of sorts, and they're lined up to go, do the test or whatever. So Steven, they're getting they're getting checked in. So you ask them the questions, you get your temperature taken, go about your day. So Steven, I guess, is like next to the other guy who's getting checked in, like real close. So the lady stops what she's doing. She's doing it. Looks at Steven and says, back up, 6 feet. Right? right? I'm pretty sure I know who it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that serious. Huh?
Yeah, no, it was completely unnecessary. Like she is. Oh my gosh, I won't even talk to her. Like she knows. Like this lady, I won't say her name. I honestly don't know her name. I will not make eye contact. Like sometimes she says to me, I will walk right past her. I don't even care who you are. You are dead to me.
I'm pretty sure it was Deborah.
Yeah, I don't even waste my time with her.
But listen, this man right here got me cracking up. Okay, so this shit happened, right? Steven gets yelled at. He harbors ill feelings towards us all day long. And then the next day, the guy tells me that he's like, Steven? He said, you know, Steven won't get checked. I'm like, what you talking about?
Can't even get it out.
I was like, what you talking about? It's like, Steven won't get checked in no more. Like, what you talking about? He said, yeah, bro. He go around the building into the front of the building. He'll get in line with the customers and get to the store that way. So you don't have to see this lady.
I might go check it now, but I don't care about that.
So when you hear this man say, when you hear this man, I got tears in my eyes, family. When you hear this man say, "Oh, it would have been problems. We would if I was off the fuck out of here." This little old white lady made you not get checked in Garden Center for 2-3 weeks until I called your ass out, and I had to walk with you to go get you checked in one day. Stop it, Steven. You don't have to be an e-thug for us. We real out here, okay? Nigga, I got tears in my eyes. This shit is too funny.
Nah, he was gonna tango with that big black guy though. We gonna go down to the box social. We gonna throw down. We gonna dance the night away. I'm gonna buy you a drink, a mimosa. You know, just don't whoop my ass, please.
And then the same girl, like this happened like I don't know what it is about me and the girl, but we're always crossing paths. Like even like this past week, I was crossing paths with her. Like me and my homeboy, we were walking to lunch, and then we sat down. There's like we have like little like classroom tables now because of the COVID. So me and my homeboys always get the back seat because it's more comfortable. And then like she yelled at me across the room to get out of the chair. Like there was nothing there. There's like there was nobody's spot, and she told me that her spot. Like, what do you mean it's not your spot? I mean, there's none of your stuff here. And she made me get up and get a different chair. Like, who does that? Like, why do you hate me so much?
She probably realized she could punk you. That's why.
Like I wasn't doing. I got up. Yeah. Like people were so rude. Like yeah, you could have said it nicely. Hey, that's my chair. You don't have to scream it.
Like, once you establish some rapport that you can get away with doing certain stuff to people, some people will just continue to do it. Unfortunately,
yep. You are now her bitch.
They realize like, oh, I can punk this dude. Like, oh, word. Like he don't clap back, or he ain't got no backbone. They gonna continue to expose you, or at least try until you stand up for yourself. Now, I'm not saying you should go over there and fight the person, whatever, but just show a little backbone. Like
fight that bitch.
Keiden, at work, I protect myself. Like I protect my I know the policy that I really try my best to like stay hidden.
Okay. There's a way you can do that and still not get punked though. So
I think it's because like people don't see me as imitated because like I don't really talk. I do talk to like my homeboys, but I don't really talk outside my circle, and people take advantage of that. Kind of annoying.
Stand up for yourself.
I'm afraid if I do start standing up for myself, I'll get carried away. I'll get me.
Oh, that white boy rage.
Yeah, so
control.
Fuck you, mom. It's like I'm not your mom.
I try to like contain myself.
Have y'all seen that Long Beach Griffey fucking skit where he's like he's like, this is what happens when you're at a white kid's house, and like he's playing video games with his boy, right? His boy's a white dude, and the dude's mom steps in the bedroom and she's like, this bedroom is filthy. I thought I asked you to clean it. And he's like, fuck you, bitch. Talking to his mom, his white mom. whore, trick, slut. She's like, clean this room. You have 2 weeks. She closes the door, and he's just the kid is just sitting there just fuming. He's pissed. He's like, and Griffey's like, "You okay, man?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'll be right back." And he leaves the room, and you can hear him talking to his mom outside of the room, right? And she's like, "Did you clean your room? Why do you have your dad's shotgun?" He's like, "Because it only has 7 damage." And he shoots his mom.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
I don't think I have. That turned dark real quick.
Anyways, speaking about video games, have you guys ever played that one new game kind of came back about a few years ago, like Escape from Torvok at all? I think that's how you put it, but it's like an MMO shooter.
I don't think any of us play shooters.
Nope.
Man.
I
Anyway,
have. Yeah, I'm not huge on shooters, but I haven't played that game.
I don't give a fuck about shooters. First-person shooters, at least. Division was my shit. First-person shooters, though.
I was actually gonna say Division was the last shooter that I played. I think I bought it during the beginning of the pandemic.
that's Division. So
The Division 2 is, yeah. But yeah, we played the Division and Division 2 when they came out.
Yeah, I got Division 2. It was pretty cool. Division 2 is pretty dope, actually. Insane. You said you had some questions for me anyway.
I got a big question for you because it's around this time. I just need to know. I don't even know if we really truly discussed it when it happened. But where were you at when you heard that Kobe died?
I was at the gym with my girl, actually. Sunday morning, I remember for sure. And it was interesting because I was like me and her are both doing like some cardio stuff, you know. She actually tried to get me into like, aside from playing basketball, that's my favorite type of cardio. Like, oh, you know, switch it up a little bit, hop on a cardio with me. So we was like both side by side, like on an elliptical or something like that. Phone is on, on the elliptical thing, and I'm just in my zone. And I see my phone kind of going off a little bit. And it's like a weird like a group of people that are texting me in terms of people texting me at the same time. It was you, number one. You had sent me a message, and then my brother, my brothers, we were in a group chat. They sent me a message, and then like one of my coworkers sent something like a different group chat, and they all like messaged me around the same time. I'm like, that's a weird combination of people to contact that are all messaging all at the same time on a Sunday morning. Like, what's going on? Like, but I'm on I'm focused on the elliptical thing, so I'm like, I'll check it later when I'm done. And then I kind of just look up and glance up at the TV, and I see the headline that Kobe Bryant passed away in the helicopter crash. I just remember I had my headphones on. I don't know how loud I was, but I kind of screamed, or I let out like a big just like sound. And my girl, she has her headphones on. She's right next to me, and she looks at me. She goes, what was going on?" Like she thought like maybe I hurt myself or like I hit something. And I'm just pointing at the TV when she looks at me. She looks up and she like gasps, and then like I'm looking at everybody else. Everybody else is kind of looking around, just like what the heck, standing around like it's almost not real. Um, but yeah, that's where I was, and I mean, obviously, many emotions, came when I saw it. I couldn't even when I saw it, I couldn't believe that. I was like, no, 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 maybe they got it wrong or whatever. And then you heard the reports later on. At first, people they were saying, "Oh, it's his whole family," and then you heard, "Oh no, it's his daughter." And then you hear it's his daughter, and it's just like it was crazy, man. That whole day was a little surreal. Um, Very sad, of course. It took a long time to even process that it even happened.
I remember. I think I woke up because I was still working the mid shift, and a former manager who had moved on to a different store, this black woman. She had messaged the group chat, and she was like, "Kobe died." I was like, "You better stop fucking playing on my phone before I delete you. Like, why don't you play like that? Like, you don't know what
Yeah,
you're about, right?" And then I get on Twitter and I see the shit, and I'm like, "Bro, not legit." I think I stayed in bed. I get ready for work at 1. That was 10:30. I stayed in my bed, curled up in a ball until 1 o'clock. And then I remember getting to work and then finding, not really finding, but more like we just all kind of found each other. Anybody, first of all, who was black can fuck with Kobe first. Like, I was like, bro, I was like, homie was at work crying, like crying at work. You know what I mean? Our store manager at the time said he had to excuse himself because he was crying on the conference call. And I just remember like I don't remember texting you though.
You sent me a message through Discord, whether it was you or maybe it was Fudge. One of you did, because it was weird, right? Remember the night before? Because it was like the night before when LeBron broke his record, right? And then I sent you like a Bleacher Report did like this anime manga thing on both of them having a conversation, and I sent it in the Discord chat, like literally the night before of Kobe. It was like a Bleacher Report anime manga thing of like LeBron and Kobe talking to each other. And then I think at the end of the manga, Gigi even showed up, was like, "I got next" or something like that or whatever. It was cool, it was dope, like a short little skit thing. And I sent that in the Discord group chat with Fudge. And then literally, I remember getting to the at the gym. I think so. Maybe it was Fudge. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe Fudge first, and then you came in later. But then yeah, like Fudge or something like, or one of you, it was like, "Yo," in capital letters, like, "Yo, Kobe really just died." And yeah, like I said, I saw those messages after I saw my message from my brother and my coworkers. I was just like, because I was staring at that manga. I was like, I literally just posted this yesterday, and like now he's dead. Like that was just all the thoughts that were going through my head. Like, yeah, yeah, that's crazy though. You stayed in the ball for 3 hours, man. And I just remember like the discussion I had with my brothers when we were talking. We were just like, that was a constant reminder for us ever since that day. It's about like how short life can be, right? How quickly things can happen. And, that like we just had a discussion like later on that day. We were just like, let's not take any day for granted in terms of like checking up on each other and know what we're doing. Me and my brothers, we're cool, but we don't like communicate often a lot, or maybe as often as we should. And like we were just like, we should probably do that a little bit more often, just given everything that's happened and given what can happen to any one of us, Oh, remember that conversation. But dang, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I didn't text you, so I guess it was through Discord. I just scrolled through our text thread because we don't text that often. We talk shit, but yeah. But yeah, you hit me up the next day and you sent me a fucking letter.
Yeah, I did. Yep, I definitely did because that was after that conversation. Another question.
You know what? That was the big question that I want to talk about. How your Lakers doing this year?
Doing okay. I didn't like that they lost to Detroit today, which was stupid. Like, I granted AD didn't play, but like, on it's Detroit, one of the worst teams in the East, and like the game against the Sixers yesterday, I was like, whatever, because they played terrible and they still had a chance to win that game, and I was like, whatever. And 76ers played good, but losing to Detroit like without AD is just like I said, I think the Lakers are cruising right now. I think they're just kind of on cruise control, figuring things out with all their new players. I think when it's time, we'll turn it on and we'll be there in the end in the finals most likely, barring injury, of course.
Or
How you
barring
feel
AD.
about the Warriors?
Well, I mean, we lost today, so I'm mad as fuck, to be honest. Like we ain't got a 3-game winning streak at all. We still over 500, and I'm telling you, I was facing mad disrespect before the season started. My boss wanted to tell me that there was 13 better teams in the West than the Warriors.
Nah, you guys are not that bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all, like I told you before, y'all middle of the pack team, but y'all not bottom of the pack. Y'all just a middle of the pack. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It is what it is. Like you're working with the roster you're working with. Oubre can't throw the ball in the ocean. Wiggins is better. I'm surprised by that.
I'm not
especially
surprised.
defensively. I was not expecting him to be this good defensively. I thought that boy was going to get cooked defensively, but he actually got better. And Curry is Curry. He's one of the best players in the league, so he's going to carry you. So that makes you a middle of the pack team. You're going to be competing for that. Like I said, like
And then
5 through 75.
Your brother. Don't forget about your brother. He's pretty good too. Eric Pascal.
Who? My what?
Hey, he Nigerian.
Is he? I had no idea.
Look at his head. You can tell he's Nigerian.
I'm gonna have to look that up, man.
Dude, he got Festus Ezeli. Stop it. Come on, bro.
So you judge Nigerians all by their head shape.
That's right. That's right. His team was trash, like you just said. So don't even worry about it.
Tahoe said that he gonna pop up in here one day. And he was like, "Guess what? I'm about to talk to you about all the shooty hoop shit like I've been knowing it for years." And I just imagine myself sitting there with the Twilight music playing in the background because this can't be real life.
That's the thing. Like I'm convinced you all these years that I don't know shit about basketball. But the truth is, just say, and I'm sorry I had to break this to you in this manner, in this format. Like I know everything. Everything.
All right, who's the best basketball player of all time?
Magic Johnson.
Oh my god. Did you hear me throw something across the room right now?
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that I'm going out there to go visit Kahu in the summer?
I heard you say that in the podcast. In the previous one, you said that you plan on doing that. You're gonna stay in the same room as him and everything.
I think that's if this COVID shit is done.
You was mentioning it, and you know he's right. He's actually right about this. Yeah, I remember Jensei saying this in the last podcast that he's gonna be in your room specifically farting up in there so you can hear it.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't real homies.
Like, I was there when he said you don't have
unless
to
you
remind
fart
me.
up in the room.
Hell, like you're not really homies until you smell the other dude's ass in some way, shape, or form, right? I like think about it. Like dogs don't really know each other until you smell the other dude's ass. I mean, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
You're not truly in that.
True, and I remember this truly because me and Jensei have both done it. Specifically, I remember you doing it in my turtle in my car. You farted up all up in my car in high school when I was driving
because he couldn't roll the windows down. Or they wasn't electric windows. Those are the ones you had to crank them.
Electric. Yeah, you had to wind. Yeah. So I remember you farting up in that thing, and I think I farted up in the expedition. Was it the expedition that you was driving?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, like so, he right, Kyle. You gotta go up in your room. You gotta serenade it, man.
I think it's nasty.
It's a natural body function, Kyle. Stop.
I know it is, but still. It's like, right, so went into Jinsei's room, right? And he was laying down on the bed, and I just straddled his face, and I was like, "You ready to be boys?" And he's like, "I'm ready to be boys."
He got plans for me.
But that should be fun. Actually, I got a question for you, Jensei, man. Before this COVID stuff, man, you was talking about wanting to make your way out to Asia. I know you was talking about going to the Philippines and everything like that. I know you couldn't make it happen because of COVID. Still planning on going out there?
So I'm in a really tough spot, right? Because that whatever this next, we will have to talk about this shit off podcast. But the plan is to still go, but I think this year, well, the one big thing about the Philippines was they told me, or the Filipinos that I work with told me, yeah, we want you to go. We want you to experience this, but right now is not the best time to go. I'm like, why? Besides, COVID, obviously. And they were like, the president,
Maduro.
He's if you go to the country, he's gonna lock you up in prison, like as soon as you land. But you don't belong here. Just lock you up. Like, and I was like, I was like, nah, they wouldn't. And I was like, nah, fuck it, I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna go right. And I was like, well, do y'all plan on getting rid of him anytime soon or what? Like, what the fuck? But there's that. I don't know too much about it in detail. I'm just gonna trust their word because these are the same people who are like, when you go, I'm gonna arrange for somebody to come and pick you up. They're gonna have keys for you. You're gonna have this house, big house for you. Don't worry about a hotel. Stop and all this. Like these people have arranged for my trip to be. They've curated my trip, even though I don't plan on going out there for anything but fun. You know what I mean?
You was going by yourself, or you was gonna go with other people?
So the original plan was to go by myself, and this is like on some force myself to get out and adventure, quote unquote, because self-discovery trip or whatever the fuck it may be. However, I'm gonna flip it, whatever. But I thought about it, and then I was convinced by the same Filipino women to come along and tell me, bring somebody with you. I'll arrange for you to have a guide because I don't want them to take advantage of you. I was planning on going out there with
I was
like
gonna say
300,000 though, like of their money, which is only like 6,000 for us, but still, like I was planning on going out there and just be like, throw money in your face and just open up the shop, mama
just do
pond.
whatever.
Yeah. So I invited my homie with me. No, I invited a homie with me. You feel me? I'm gonna take him out there. We're gonna go there, and we're gonna go to Thailand. And in between Philippines and Thailand, he shouldn't be a virgin anymore. That's what I was saying. So like,
get him messing up with some dudes, and
I mean, if we're the only ones out there, I ain't gonna say nothing.
To say, you know what they say about Thailand and Bangkok.
Wait, just say.
Yeah.
Because Bangkok's in China.
How is he still a virgin? I think I know who you're talking about.
Oh, whoops.
You don't know who I'm talking about. Who do you think I'm talking about, Steven?
Hold on. The guest that we previously had in the podcast before.
Christian?
No, not Christian. Not Christian.
I know clue.
Exactly. But yeah, so I still want to go because I still feel like I need to experience that or being out the country. I want to say that my initial decision, outside of it being financially more free, or I had more financial maneuverability by going to the Asian countries, Philippines, Thailand. If I was to base it just based off of the women, I got like a little African fetish going right now.
Oh, word. Oh, you trying to go to the motherland? I got you, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm saying but like there's that. I gotta get my Puerto Rican / Dominican Republic, flavor out the way. Like while I'm single, still I'm trying to explore the bountiful lands.
Keiden don't fall runs like stuff.
Oh, because Keiden got them
good.
cheeks and I'm clapping. Yeah, I'm clapping.
Looking kind of thick right
now. Hey. Actually, okay. Since we doing questions a little bit, I'm asking y'all questions. I'm gonna ask a question to Steven. Maybe this was probably talked about in previous episodes that I didn't watch because, like I said, I started picking up like around 6 or 7. But since then, I've been hearing stories about I know you had like the segment where we talk about you and your girlfriend, and some of the things that y'all be going through. This is perfect for you, just because you could just literally tell me what happened. But how exactly did you meet your girlfriend?
On OkCupid on a dating.
Cheesecake section.
I started
a lot of story behind it.
People around my area. Bam. Let's go.
How many dates did it take until like she was like, all right, I want you?
2.
Like what was like the thing that did it for her, I guess? Like she was like,
okay, so
you're the one.
Here's what happened. We kind of had our first date kind of backwards. Went to a movie. By the way, Keiden, from experience, when I don't know if you're in a relationship now or not, but if you ever were to.
I am. We went over this. I'm engaged, but go ahead.
That's right. Getting sleepy.
All good.
If something happens, I'm not trying to say anything. Don't go to the movies on the first date. That kind of messed up things a little bit. But no, we went to the park. This was before COVID. but now you can't really go to the parks. But anyways, we were at the park and we were talking for 5 hours. We like swung in the swings, and we were just getting to know each other, and now we know everything about each other. And yeah, that was 3 years ago in 2018, I believe.
You go to the movies first, right? And you get the popcorn, and you cut a hole in the bottom, and you dump all the popcorn out.
There you go.
Then you sit down and you say, "Hey, baby, you want some popcorn?" And she's like, "Nigga, this is our first date. Why are you calling me baby? That's gross. Also, I don't want to share popcorn with your nasty ass." And then you just have to eat your own dick because you ain't got no popcorn. You dumped it out, you idiot.
She won't share Slurpees with.
You got to leave a little bit of popcorn in there, just to cover it up. Just just tiny
Okay.
bit. Just leave the bottom out.
Okay, Keiden.
Ooh, everywhere. It's like,
I got a confession. I didn't want to talk about Tiffany because that lady made me more triggered. More, and I talked about her in the past. You know how we kind of like calmed down from talking about Tiffany podcast. Anyway, she kind of tripped me out today a little bit. I almost this is like the first time in history where I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get going. You're out of control. I'm bouncing back to my house." So get this. So she has a 10-acre property. I think most of the people. Anyway, she lives on a 10-acre property. It was super muddy today because we've just been having rain for the past few days and it's still raining. And she was like, "I want to let my dogs out." And she has like a little kennel run. Locks them up because we have coyotes. We have like wild animals in the country. So we're like, yeah, let's go the dogs. And I told her she should lock up the dogs last night so the wind wouldn't knock up the cage over, even though we know it probably wouldn't have, but you never know wind because the wind like destroyed all these branches and trees on the property. So we're going to open the kennel. I said, "Do you have the key to open the lock for the dogs?" And, no, I don't. Well, I was like, how can you not know where the keys for the dog kennel is? You always have the dog kennel because Keiden, she loves her dog. But anyways, I was like, "Hey," she was getting to the point where she was yelling at me like, "I'm not talking to you until we get the dogs figured out." I got to the point where I took a bolt cutter from the barn. I snapped the bolt cutter used the bolt cutter to get rid of the chain, and that was fine because it's chain. But anyway, the point was that she was demanding me to help her, which I was already looking for the keys for her. And I was like, after the whole incident was over, I pulled her to the side and said, "Hey, you're not talking to me that way. You can continue this. I'm leaving." And she kind of started crying because she messed up. I was like, wow, we actually got to her. Like, I have never gotten to her like that before. And now, like, she just broke down and started crying. I kind of felt bad, but like, there's no way you should treat somebody like that. So yeah, we still having our issues. I think they're better.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of miscommunication blown up between y'all. Like it sounds like something small turning into something really, really big. Like
Exactly. I
I
called her
feel
out.
like yeah, I guess a little bit between both of y'all, but maybe the way you called her out may have not been necessary. I'm not saying that you didn't have a right to call her out, but you may have not had to do it in a certain way. Sometimes you have to understand, obviously, with women, I would hope you understand that, you know,
I know.
they have sensitivity, right? In terms of can't call them out the way you call out one of your homies or one of your friends. You gotta, especially if it's somebody that you care about, which I hope that you do obviously care for her.
I did
So you
care.
gotta
I think I did
gotta
care
do
about
it.
her. I had to show her though, like when it had listened, call her out like that. That's kind of like
She wouldn't have listened.
No, well, I mean, if she's gonna get used to you communicating with her like that, I don't know if it's not a precedent you really want to set sometimes, because she's gonna next time she does something wrong, even if she isn't the wrong, she's gonna be like, and this dude's gonna come at me all crazy. It's not gonna make a situation better. Just
no,
my thought.
I did apologize later, but right, Steve. It hurt her more than it.
Okay,
Go ahead, Kaho.
good.
So it hurt her more than it hurt me because she realized she kind of messed up, and I
Mm.
get it. She was kind of worried about the dogs being getting out, and then she realized that and I was like, I knew I was being a jerk to her, but I didn't know how to bring it out. We don't always have fights, but it seems like they happen sometimes, but it is what it is. I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I may come off as offensive, but I'm really not.
Kaho, you gonna say something?
No, I just said cap. That's it.
Okay, Keiden, do you think I was over the line for like?
Kind of like what I said earlier. I just think it's good that she realized that she was in the wrong. I just, think that the way you did it was just a little unnecessary. Just got to be a little bit more sensitive to her feelings. Because care about her and you want to be able to establish good communication with her through good and bad times, and want to be able to set a standard in terms of when things go wrong. I'm not gonna just be coming at you all crazy, but I'm gonna, take your feelings into consideration when things do go wrong. And I think she'll appreciate that more than you just pointing out that she was acting like a jerk about something.
I think
That's my 2 cents on it.
I know. I think the whole like situation today. I don't know what it is, but it's like always on my weekends that we don't argue, but like there's always something that happens. I don't know what it is. Like we still get along, but sometimes we don't understand failings all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a larger issue you guys have to address at some point, because you don't want to get to the point where y'all are just, even though somebody's going to get sick of the fighting sooner or later, even if it's not right now. Even though you guys are apparently getting over it right now, and maybe it's making you a stronger or a couple, but you can't just live your life in a relationship with just argument, argument, argument. Even if you do get over it, it's not not an ideal situation to be in when you're when you're in a relationship with somebody, because every time you communicate with them or talk with them, you in the back of your head you can be like, oh, just waiting for the next argument, just waiting for the next argument, and waiting for us to smooth that over, and then waiting for the next argument. It's just like a vicious cycle of you know argument, 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 and then make up, argument. It's not a to me, it's not very healthy. I'm not saying that it has to be perfect and you won't get into any disagreements. Every relationship has it. To living a vicious cycle of doing it constantly is not a good sign. You should probably like nip that in the butt first, or eventually, soon, before somebody just gets sick of it, whether it's you or her, and you guys either do something or you just start resenting each other.
Just like Jesus intended.
I think we had a big breakthrough.
Divorce is a sin.
Jeez.
I'm telling Big Bang Dad.
He already knows.
Big
I don't really like to think about it, Kaho. Thanks. I thought.
Bang Dad.
Hey, honestly, like I mentioned several times on the podcast, I thought like
You thought what?
You thought your dad was gonna walk in there like, look, son, I enjoyed having you as my son, but you keep jerking off, so I gotta put you down. Just fucking cocks down. All right, do you want it standard, or do you want me to tilt the gun sideways? I'll let you pick how you go out like a buster.
anyways, we're cool. I just gotta respect.
I hope he turns
His
the gun
house,
side.
his rules.
No, like you know my situation.
What?
Keiden,
I said I hope he turns the gun sideways when he shoots Steven.
I'm living pretty good.
Yeah, yes, Steven, I heard. Yeah, you live at home with your pops, right? And
Yeah, I have no shame.
yeah, that's slightly an understatement, I guess, but sure.
I'll ride it as long
Getting
as
caught. If you're gonna do anything shameful, man, you gotta just have your privacy, especially knowing that you live it with your parents.
exactly. That's what I try to tell them. I get it. Like I tell them, hey, you don't want me doing that, and you already have my, extra stuff is just.
You're gonna
See,
find a way to do it, I guess, regardless.
the next step in your debauchery, Steven, you just need to write stories. You need to write erotic stories, erotic novels, and then you got something to spank it to. So when your dad comes and takes those, then you gotta learn how to draw, right? So you can just draw your own smut. And unless your dad takes all the pencils and pens and sharpies and markers and shit out of the house and out of your reach, there's nothing he can do to stop you. You're just a tornado of just a fucking tornado of sin. No, it wasn't.
Oh, so well, I guess one more thing. So I'm asking everybody questions. I've asked Jensei a question. I've asked Steven a question. Kyle, question for you. Pretty basic question though. Just because we've gone back and forth about this. What you listening to right now, man? What you got? What you got? What you spinning to?
See, the last bit of music that I bought. Hold on, let me open more music. Then. Muzak. I bought a couple of albums a couple of weeks ago. I bought albums. Sorry for the Mess, which is by Burns. I bought fucking Pressure Point Meridian, which is Recognized. And what else did I buy? Oh, Distro Mag, which is Godimus.
I haven't heard the last person. I know Recognize.
Yeah, and Burns is Burns and Recognize are Mayday, but they got their own solo albums. And then Godimus is one half of what's this shit called? Cess Crew.
Oh, I think you showed me a couple of songs by them.
Yep.
For sure, for sure.
Oh, after you're done, Keiden, I have a question for all of you.
I think you gave me the lowdown. I think we're done. We good. Go ahead.
You guys listen to ASMR.
Nope.
You do, Jinsei?
No. I think the only thing I've ever seen that was like in depth ASMR is that girl who eats like the giant fucking crab and
Oh shit.
The mukbang?
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, like that was the only. It was the black female who did it. Like, that's the only thing I've seen.
I think the only clip I've seen of it is when Janae Aiko did it. I think for something, she did a little bit of it on a.
Okay, that's your fetish girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's too much for me. It's too much. Like it's too much sound. It sound great. Like the only. No, you know what? Never mind. I don't even want to say this shit. Never mind. I don't like ASMR.
I was waiting for one of them classic Kaho rants.
Nah.
I know he's pretty tame today. I'm kind of upset.
Yeah, I was waiting for it too.
What do you
I've
mean
heard him through the
tame?
podcast, Kyle.
What do you mean tame? Like I went off on Steven early. What the fuck are you talking about? I exploded on his ass.
Go off, so.
Yeah, that's the point that that's the point that they were making, Steven. Like I know you're
part of the reason. Part of the reason why I listen, man.
Attention, nigga.
To be honest, Kaho, like it doesn't really affect me anymore. Not trying to be rude, but like that's like whatever.
Well, you got to get deeper in your bag.
You know what? No, I mean, it's not a surprise because this nigga never learns anything. You know, and that's the reason why I keep going off on your ass is because like we try and teach you these same simple ass lessons every single fucking time we do this podcast. The same shit comes up. Steven, quit fucking with the sound shit. Steven, quit asking stupid ass questions. You already have the answer. Like, scroll up in the Discord chat. You already have the answer for that question. But you don't learn the shit, so that's why I go off on your ass. Because it bothers me. It bothers me that you can't retain this very simple information that the simplest motherfucker can retain. It's bothersome.
Okay, we gotta get him started.
I mean, you asked for it, right? And he said, I mean, he said it doesn't. He said that it doesn't bother him. So I'm gonna call his ass out on his lack of ability to retain even the simplest information.
This is why y'all are. I'm not gonna reveal the ship name until next week. But go ahead.
Nah, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh wait, that's true. Wait, Jensen,
There's
you were
a
sitting
name?
on something this whole time.
I said it earlier that there's a specific listenership that ships Kaho and Steven together, which means that they in anime sense, when you like get two characters in the anime, you're like, man, these two be perfect for Like you ship Naruto and Sakura instead of Naruto and Hinata. So people out there are shipping Steven and Kaho.
Oh, that was a big reveal. Okay.
Yeah.
What? What'd you say?
Nothing.
That's what I thought, you little bitch.
I'm a little.
So,
He's
okay,
your little bitch.
see,
Me-
even that type of attitude though. See, that's what gets people to punk you. You can't just be. Come on, man.
If I
You can't just be.
listen, Keiden, the only thing
Go ahead.
that I'm afraid of myself. Like when I go out, I'm gonna overstep boundaries, man. I can't bring out myself.
I'm afraid that I would go off and fucking shoot up a school.
So I keep my little self-contained under control.
Or else what? Like would you Hulk up or something? Like what the fuck would you do if you weren't containing yourself?
A lot of bad stuff would happen.
So, for example,
He sounds like the Incredible Hulk. He wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
yeah. For example, I want to hear this shit.
Is that what y'all reading into it? Seriously, like seriously, what I seriously read into it is that he would get to the point to where his foot is shoved so deep into his fucking throat by the means of whoever else that he's trying to go off on. Like he is a harm to himself because his mouth he would write a check that his ass can't cash.
I want to hear it though. Like I mean, I'm a couple states away. I can't easily whoop his ass. I can, but I can't easily do it. It would cost some money to do it. So that's a deterrent. But still, I want to know what's this fucking superpower that you claim to be hiding. Let's hear it. Let's get a taste of it. Come on.
I think I'll just start like. Ow.
So say it.
Well, I'm
Quit beating around the bush, bitch. Say it.
I think I'll just say stuff like I wouldn't normally say.
Okay, you've said that 3 times now. Be more specific.
I'll be like,
say it.
I'll be like, you mother, and then I'll be going at it like. I'll be like.
You would call somebody a mom? That ain't intimidating. That ain't superpower, nigga. That's some tepid ass, like, 2nd grader bullshit. Power up, nigga. Kaioken. What the fuck? Come on.
I would take people to like, if it was at work, I would take people to the office. Like, that's why.
I ain't talking about people at the office. I'm talking about right now. Say some shit.
That's probably like say that. Times and walk off. Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause you know what I'm scared of? Like, I'm scared of the unknown. You don't know what kind of dish
No, I don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, come on.
You don't want to
spill
find
it.
out.
Yes, we do. The reason why I keep pushing you on this shit is because I want to find out.
I know something's gonna happen to me one day, and I don't want to be there when it happens.
Like?
Yo, this man said, I know something's going to happen to me one day, and I don't want to be there when it happens.
I mean, yeah, I get what he's going for, but like?
Lying,
such as?
Sensei knows more than me about it. He knows what I'm trying to say.
This nigga trying to pass the responsibility to you.
It ain't happening, though. I'm not in this shit.
So here, take this hot potato. It's too hot for my dainty little hands. I might cut myself on a butter knife. Like, bitch, say it. Say some shit. Talk your shit, nigga.
I'm gonna go like freaking like Thorfinn mode in a saga.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Oh my gosh, you never see Vinland Saga?
No.
Vinland Saga's kind of dope, Kyle. We gotta watch that.
What is that? I don't even care what that is. Just like break it down.
Like say,
wait.
I'm gonna be like killed by father. I'm coming for your whole army type of thing. And one man, I'm gonna.
Okay. Dorky ass shit aside, though.
Something like that would happen, but nothing is. I have.
Are you saying that you would kill people?
No.
Then what?
I can't even explain it.
No, you can't, because you a lame ass nigga talking shit that you can't actually do. Not even that you can't actually do, that you wouldn't actually do. Like, fuck this whole like writing a check that your mouth can't cash. Nigga, you don't know how to write, so you can't even write a check. Like, it's the paper is wasted. Bitch ass nigga. We got anything else to talk about?
Bruh, oh God, I think we're good. I think we're good.
1 o'clock.
I feel like this is probably the longest one y'all have done. Huh? Sorry for dragging it on longer than usual.
Nah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Would like to invite you back sometime.
Yeah, no, this was fun. I like this. This was great. I like being on with y'all. I like talking with y'all, conversating. Our first
Hey, don't get it
conversation.
twisted. This Papa Keiden right here, where you got all the time where you're on vacation. Let the world open back up. This nigga gonna be at the store getting milk forever. That nigga disappear as much as I do.
All right, Keiden.
I mean, I do disappear. Yeah, I don't know if I disappear as much as you, Brandon. You do be disappearing.
This nigga disappeared for a year. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll find him for you.
But I do have my disappearing acts myself. But I do have a lot more time.
We gonna log in. We gonna play this tomorrow. All right, cool. Where's Jinsei? 3 years later, I got a big ass beard, still sitting on a raft, looking out to sea, wondering when Jinsei's coming back.
Hey, did you fix up your beard? Oh, well, you did. You didn't get interrupted by the game. It's you had to come back and you missed your invite after you did.
Yeah. Some bullshit. But yeah, I trimmed it up. It's not all. I was considering
coming back with y'all.
I was considering cutting it all off, but I didn't. I just trimmed it. But yeah, no, for sure. We can get you back on here.
Who else? I was actually going to ask. Do y'all plan on getting other people that I know on here? Don't tell me you're going to get Jared up on here or.
Hey, so Jared knows about the podcast, like because he was going who's going to do our artwork or our banner for us. And I was going to pay him.
Sure.
But I don't think you listen. I advertise it at work because I have like a like a following of sorts just because of my unique personality.
Okay.
And but when like everybody like Fudge and all them, I don't really I haven't advertised it like that. Not with them, at least.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
This is some shit that we talked about forever. Like every time we had like a deep ass conversation or we had some great monologue or whatever the fuck it may have been, we was always like at the end of the shit, we was always like, damn, why don't we record this shit, put this shit on YouTube? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And we've had some between us playing MMOs and things like that, we've all had some great conversations. Just talking about what we're doing right now. About whether it's intertwined with anime, video games, life stuff. So yeah, I get it. But it's like a random question about the Discord. I realized thing ain't in the Discord with the Discord hasn't really been the same since that dude since somebody kind of went. I don't want to name no names just in case they listen. Somebody kind of went off in the. Thanks. Okay. Since he went off in the Discord, I know it was him and Saneo, right? There was a little thing going on. Yeah, it's been kind of interesting since then. I remember that time.
Now, I remember I was away, but I wasn't away. Like I had my phone, I had my computer, so I was lurking. So I was seeing this shit afar. But I want to say, and I need to figure out how I'm gonna word this exactly because I need to get my point across. But the introduction of the politic channel is what really began the downward spiral. And so we have these fair-minded people that you can have a conversation with. You can be wrong. You could express yourself. You can talk. You can just talk it out, right? But not everybody is built like that's why I say you don't bring it. That's why you don't bring the shit into work. Not everybody at work is on the same level mentally. There's a difference. There's a difference, especially at our line of work, at fucking Walmart, where you got stereotypical customers and you got stereotypical fucking associate. Like there's just not a lot of leg room for you to have that conversation. And we had our people who could talk about the shit, and then you had somebody who was talking about it, but they was putting it out there like their shit was gospel or completely demeaning, like what everybody else had going on, whatever the fuck. I wasn't really too like, I just like watched from afar as the shit snowballed. Kaho can speak on it better than I can. Or you can disagree with me.
You're on track. But I'll be more explicit. Basically, it was you had a bunch of people who were, like Jinsei said, fair-minded. Suneo, myself, James, pretty much everybody. And then you have the one Trump supporter, dead in the center, Kablooey. And you can imagine how shit spirals out of control when everybody's having a conversation, and then you have this one nigga just jump in there like, yeah, I understand all that shit y'all talking about. You know, people shouldn't be getting shot by cops, but they kind of deserved it. And it's just like, nigga, what? And then, you know, from there he just puts on puts on the MAGA cap, and it's just like, yeah, you know, but you know, the cop feared for his life, even though the guy was, you know, had his back turned, he was handcuffed and on his knees. Cop feared for his life, so it made sense. Just like, and that, like, that's one single little like myopic piece of or myopic view of the conversation that was being had, but you can take that and extrapolate it to basically any type of conversation that you could imagine a group of POCs talking about, and then the one just fucking kicks the door open, spits into the little tin. Well, let me inject my opinion in here, brothers and sisters, if you don't mind. Right? Nobody minds, right? Oh, you mind? I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
So, like, and like when things are what's the word I'm looking for? When people are being amenable, when people are being understanding, and when people are being like, okay, we clearly have a difference of opinion on this one subject, or on this specific part of this one subject, but on the whole, we typically agree, you know, this is what it means to have a proper humanitarian view on something. And then you have somebody like Kablooey pop in who just really don't give a fuck about your politics. It's you know, it's the me show, because and it was a good and a bad thing. Unfortunately, Kablooey is very self-centered and very like self-appreciative, very like he cared about himself. And then you have, you know, somebody who like Suneo, who is like he was more focused on like the whole, but at the same time, like it was just a part of it. Just when the conversation went south, he just couldn't take it, you know. And then you have insults being hurled around, and then that just opens old wounds with him, you know. And I don't even think it was necessarily the fact that Kablooey like kind of turned the show into a shit show, so much as it was once it started going down that path, and you know, it was no longer conversation, it was mostly ad hominem. It was just like, you know what, I'm now realizing that that we just talk shit to each other in here, and it's true.
That's anymore. Yeah,
it's true. Like, and even in the past, like, it's because like you know, we've never been like antagonistic toward each other, but we always joke, we rib each other in that Discord all the time, you know. And it's just something that has always bothered him. And the culmination of this whole thing with Kablooey, you know, it like I said, it opened old wounds, and it just turned into it turned from a grenade to a nuke. And Suneo and James as well, you know, James ain't light skinned, but he may as well be.
I don't even know if I can play claim on that one, but go ahead.
All right, so James is white. Anyway, so like Suneo, he had enough at that point. You know, it was just like it was the straw that broke the camel's back. He didn't like
Yeah.
how our version of fun when it came to conversation was like occasionally we would rib each other. It just bothered him. It bothered him for too long, so he eventually dipped, and James followed him. And then there was shit going on between a couple of other people. It's a little bit more personal, a bit more personal. So I'm not going to name names, but our relationship, our couple in the group, kind of had a falling out. So they kind of went their separate ways, and as a result of that, like the everyday personalities, the everyday the meet and greet type of people of the Discord were gone. You know, like have just the rest of us who were just like opinionated as fuck. You know, but we're not the greeters. You know, we're not like the fucking Walmart greeters at the beginning of the Discord, like Suneo and James were. And yeah, it just kind of stagnated at that point. And now you know the story, the tragic story of the Discord.
Yeah.
I made a channel the other day, Kyle, by the way, and it says that you were the one who was in ownership of the Discord.
Am I?
You don't have the crown next to your name, but you might be.
How the fuck am I the owner? Yeah, I don't have the crown. And like, it just seems like you would be the person that Suneo would pass off leadership to, but nobody has the crown.
Yeah, it says that you are the ownership of the server. Because I was trying to make a channel to put some passcodes into it, but I didn't want nobody to see it. And yeah, it was it said the owner of the server, and you can see it. And I was like, well, I thought that was me, but it said, oh no, Kaho's in the ownership of the server.
I'm gonna have to check that out because I don't see a crown. Let me see if I can.
Nigga want that crown.
Ban Jinsei.
Yeah. On my screen, it shows that Jinsei has a crown.
That's in this one because I made this chat.
Oh, the chat. Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're talking about
the buy many rice. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, I can ban All right, yeah, I must be the leader because I can ban people.
But yeah, no, that's an interesting story because I didn't know the full story behind all that. And then some of the things you say about like I kind of understood about how Kablooey was a little bit just by interactions with him. You know, I just took it. Oh, that's how he is. He is what he is. And of course, I never really got into those political conversations with him for good reason. Kind of like what Jen said, you just don't bring that around. No. And I didn't even know that channel was created actually. But yeah, I can kind of see what a riff comes from.
No, I mean like there was a time when they were having like the conversation in general chat, and they were talking about a bunch of shit in general chat, and then like the server got rebranded or not rebranded, but like they made channels for everything. Like if you're playing League, you're up in this channel. If you're doing this, you're in this channel.
Playing Final Fantasy. Yeah.
That was a case of a certain nigga doing too much. Like it was unnecessary at that, but like I said, light skin.
And one thing you said, I didn't know James left with Kablooey. I actually didn't know that.
No, James left with Suneo.
Oh, Suneo.
Okay. They went and either joined another server or created their own, something like that. But yeah, they were the two who were like the least bit fans of the way that we joked around with each other. Like, I guess Chihiro was the original person who disliked it, and that was the reason why he disappeared for like 2 or 3 years. And then he came back just balls big as a motherfucker, like just fucking kicked the door open, slammed his dick on the table, and was like, all right, I'm the head nigga in charge now. You know, but apparently, yeah, James and Suneo just couldn't. I don't want to say they couldn't take it because it makes it sound like I'm antagonizing them, but I'm not. It's just they didn't enjoy that type of conversation. You know, and like the whole thing with Kablooey, like he's always been conservative in like this Discord full of everyone else who has far more like progressive ideals. So he's always been that conservative. It's just, and this just, there was no catalyst like Trump before this, and he jumped on that train hard. Like, because the whole, like, oh shit, they're pressing the white boys. This is a group that I can join. And he's just like, here's my life savings. Give me the best membership that you can to join the shit. And that was just like, after Trump got in office, he just fucking his id was hanging the fuck out. You know, it really did just turn him into a different person.
Yeah. No, makes sense. Appreciate the history lesson, Kyle. Shining some light.
Yeah.
Well, for sure, y'all. I think we good.
You got anything else to say?
Pray for me. First day back at work tomorrow. Got to be there at 7 a.m. It's 1:17 right now. I'll probably be out the building by the time Steven get there, but it's all good.
Park next to your car and just wait.
Yeah, I'll get you on the way out.
All right, so that being said, before I start the outro, do any of you motherfuckers got anything else to say? Not even necessarily a topic, just like something that you want to throw out there, because you keep fucking interrupting me when I'm doing the outro.
I feel like I'm interjecting when, like, I'm trying to, like, boost up the outro even more.
Oh, it is mostly talking about Steven.
That just came.
30-year-old ass nigga. Okay, so
Before you do Dr. Kyle, I just want to say, obviously, thank y'all for having me. Shout out to y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all cool. What am I coming back? Obviously, another time. Let me know when y'all want me back. Talk some more stuff. Appreciate y'all having me. Go ahead, Kyle.
and of course. So episode 16, we had the man, the myth, the legend, Iotunde Skeety Bobo. I mean, Keiden. I assume that he brought his spear and grass skirt so he can do the final part of the outro. But that's in a minute. Make sure you guys check the description so that you can get all of our Twitters there, social media shit. Check out what's it called? Anime You Love? Anime Alley. Check out Anime Alley, Steven's anime review channel. I think I saw that he put some up there recently. Actually, yeah, check that shit out. Nope, no, Steven, no. Down, boy. And hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed what you heard. Thumbs us up if you do the whole thumbs up shit. That helps circulate the video. And we would like to get a couple more people on here, do some more guest shit. Probably expand the channel a little bit, but we do need to grow first, and that's just fucking that's just motivation right there. It really help out, word of mouth, as I said at the top of the episode. Best type of advertisement. You think somebody would enjoy this shit? Let them know. Tell them to come and listen to my sexy ass. It'll be good. It'll be good. They'll fall in love. We'll get married, even if it's a guy. I don't care. But yeah, hit the bell. Ring your bell so that your subscription actually counts for something. Fucking stupid. And aside from the much awaited, much anticipated Skeety Bobo from the man himself, the king of Nigeria, fucking Purple Panther over here. That lotion. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Keiden. Dude, just come on. We waiting.
All right. And this is the first time. Tunde Skeety Bobo. And we out.
It's better than Steven's.